What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 2RG21 Chen Mu vs Garp HP 15.6 Kunbai Ji Bu Sheng Dian Now 15's FQ5057 TU, HPHK, 5 Hong Kong dollars, 499 D12 Dai Intel Core i5 Chu Li Chi Windows. You must know that ROX is the strongest pirate group in New World, and also the craziest pirate group in New World. After all, apart from the ROX pirate, other pirates would not take huge risks to attack the franchise countries. Although a huge amount of wealth can be obtained by sneak attacking the franchise countries, it is equivalent to provoking the world government head-on. Except for ROX pirate, the other pirate groups feel that it is not worthwhile to offend the world government. Because of doing so, not only will it be noticed by the world government, but naval headquarters will also be treated seriously. Because the decisions ROX pirate makes are often pretty crazy. Disliked by the inhabitants of this sea, as well as the marine. Therefore, once the pirates of ROX pirate are caught by marine, they will be greeted with a long prison sentence. Even for a pirate like Chen Mu who just joined for a month and doesn't even have a bounty. Once caught, they will still be severely punished. So, before the battle, let Chen Mu catch him without a fight. No matter how you think about it, it's impossible. Then it seems that there is no need for us to continue talking, Garp said with a frozen face, and quickly entered into a fighting state. He's the only one chasing the other ROX crew on Loris country so far. So he had to get rid of Chen Mu quickly, and then find other crew members. It seems that you have realized that the conversation between us is a waste of time. Chen Mu spread his hands and smiled calmly. If standing in front of him now is Garp in his prime, then Chen Mu would definitely not dare to face it. After all, it already belongs to the world's top combat power. But Garp isn't in his prime right now. Although his strength has made some small achievements, he is still some distance away from his peak period. So now Chen Mu is not afraid of Garp. Garp didn't talk nonsense, stepped on the ground, and the next second, the stone floor under Garp's feet shattered, leaving a deep footprint. At this time, Garp exuded a terrifying aura. Snapped. Garp charged his legs and feet, and with a crisp sound, more cracks appeared in the ground beneath his feet and spread. Garp was like a bow that had been thrown out of the crossbow, and it was so fast that it arrived in front of Chen Mu almost instantly. Boom. With a calm expression, Chen Mu swung his fist and directly collided with Garp's fist. Garp is a strong person who specializes in physical training. In naval headquarters, his understanding of physical skills has surpassed most of his peers. He has little interest in guns and swordsmanship, and he is almost studying the path of physical training. So this also led to his physical skills, which are extremely terrifying. He has fought in this sea for many years, except for some famous pirates. Almost no one has been able to take his attack head-on. But today he met his opponent again. That is Chen Mu. Although Garp first saw Chen Mu in Loris country and launched a sneak attack on him. Chen Mu dodged his attack, but it wasn't enough for Garp to take him to heart. But through this pair of punches, he knew that Chen Mu is not a character that can be easily dealt with. After a punch, Garp backed away, loosened his wrist and smiled. I haven't met an opponent with my fist for a long time. You are quite strong. Garp praised Chen Mu from the bottom of his heart. Although the opponent is a pirate, he will have some sympathy for him whenever he meets a strong man who can fight against him. You're not bad either, Chen Mu responded with a relaxed tone. Before he got the system, he practiced physical skills for several years. And to get the system, when practicing 8 inner gates. Every time he breaks through a layer of doors and breaks through a limit of his body, his physique will be strengthened. Now that his 8 inner gates has broken through to the 5th gate, his physique has also been qualitatively improved. And not long ago he got the same physique as Charlotte Linlin. That is, copper skin and iron bones, although it is still in its infancy. But even if an ordinary person has a physique of copper skin and iron bones, it is enough to defend against bullets and ordinary shells almost without injury. Not to mention, Chen Mu's own physique has undergone a qualitative change. The current him has extremely strong defensive power, and of course, the same is true for his offensive power. Although the power of Garp's iron fist is terrifying, in his opinion, it is nothing. After all, the physique is here. Ha ha ha. Funny guy, if you're not a pirate, I can buy you a glass of wine. Garp suddenly laughed, and became interested in Chen Mu again. If Chen Mu wasn't a pirate, Garp would have pestered Chen Mu to train with him every day. But it's a pity, a pirate is still a pirate, Garp said slightly regretfully. From Garp's point of view, Chen Mu is a very interesting person who is also a strong practitioner of physical skills. Just from that punch, he knew that the opponent's physical skills were not inferior to his. It would be very interesting for such a person to join Marine, but it is a pity that the other party has already joined ROX pirate. After regretting, Garp did not forget why he came to the country of Loris. Let's get on with it. Garp took off the cloak of justice on his body, loosened his tie, and his face became more solemn. At this moment, he looked like a lion ready to go. There is a huge power in the body, as if it can be poured out at any time. Of course, I'm happy to accompany you, Seeing Garp's solemn expression, Chen Mu also quickly entered into a fighting state. Garp is a powerful enemy that cannot be ignored. If you don't fight seriously, the result will be hard to say. Garp's two pairs of fists and arms were slowly wrapped with a layer of black paint. This was armament Haki. Garp, who specializes in physical arts, is equally terrifying for armament Haki. His armament Haki, like Chen Mu, is in the second stage. And Chen Mu's two pairs of fists were also wrapped with a layer of armament Haki. The two did not speak and stared at each other directly, like a hunter who was concentrating on hunting. Boom! The two moved their bodies almost at the same time, and in an instant, their bodies collided, like planets colliding, and a dazzling light erupted. The fists of the two wanted to collide, and armament Haki's fist was entwined. After a strong momentum friction, strands of purple-black electric sparks appeared around the bodies of the two. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 22 Garp's great ideal. The two looked at each other like lions. The momentum on their bodies vibrated in all directions, and the momentum generated by the attack swept all directions. The glass, walls, stairs, and spires in a radius of tens of meters all shattered. First, a hole was opened, and then the gap spread. Countless buildings were destroyed in this instant. This is the power of the two fists, like a giant bomb exploding, causing shocking damage. The fists of the two collided for half a minute, and the two bodies separated in an instant, but in the next second they shot again like a bow and arrow. Bang bang bang. The fists of the two were constantly swung out like shooting stars, and the fists collided countless times, producing a terrifying energy to impact all directions. The air around the two seemed to be distorted. In the air, there were ripples visible to the naked eye, whistling in all directions like a violent storm. The battle between them had only just started, but the originally beautiful and complete building with a radius of tens of meters had directly turned into ruins. As if it had been abandoned for 100 years, looking around, there was no intact building, no complete ground, and thick smoke was everywhere around, and the scene inside could not even be seen clearly. They are like a demolition team, fighting and destroying everything around them. But Chen Mu destroyed the buildings of this country without the slightest distress. Because he is a pirate and a member of Rock's Pirate, so, even if he destroys the whole country, he also doesn't have to lose money, so he doesn't worry about the area being destroyed because of the fighting. And Garp, at this time, has entered the state of the top. It had been a while since he had encountered such a powerful and terrifying physique like Chen Mu. As a strong person who specializes in physical skills, he is very excited to meet someone who is at the same level as him, and even has a higher level of physical skills than himself. Therefore, he didn't care how the surrounding buildings were destroyed. There is only one thing on Garp's mind right now, and that is to defeat Chen Mu. Because of this, Garp didn't decide to keep his own strength, but wanted to use all the knowledge he had learned all his life in this battle with Chen Mu. The two fought fiercely for a long time, and the fighting fists finally stopped, and they retreated almost at the same time. What a fun battle. I haven't been this excited for a long time. Garp grinned and laughed. There is nothing more exciting than meeting a strong person who is also practicing physical skills like myself, and having a hearty fistfight. Boy, what's your name? Chen Mu. Chen Mu responded with a calm expression. He has nothing to lose by reporting his name to Garp, so it doesn't hurt to say it. Chen Mu? I already remember you, and you must know my name. Just watch. Sooner or later, my name, Garp, will resound across the sea and become a nightmare for pirates in this sea. One day, I will kill all the vicious pirates in the world. Send it to prison. To become a powerful marine and send the world's most vicious pirates to prison is Garp's idea and his dream. And he is moving towards this dream step by step. He has even decided that his own child will train him to be a powerful marine in the future. But what he doesn't know is that his son, Monkey D. Drago, will not become a glorious and great marine in the future. Instead, they will set up a revolutionary army and become the world's most ferocious criminals identified by the world government. Has a completely different ideal from his. Garp's ideal is to become a glorious and great marine. Drago's ideal is to overthrow the world government. It has to be said that the ideal contrast between these two people is not so great. I don't know what happened to Garp's son. That's why they chose to set up an institution like the Revolutionary Army that is directly facing the world government. So you are pursuing such an ideal now? No wonder. Chen Mu was a little surprised. Garp's ideals are not insignificant, precisely because of such unbelievable ideals. That's why the future Garp will become a marine hero. In the original book, facing the vicious Rock's pirate, he didn't choose to escape, but rushed to fight. In the end, I succeeded in taking down the Rock's pirate, although the help of others is indispensable. But Garp is hailed as a marine hero, which means that Garp still deserves the most credit. I have to say that Chen Mu still appreciates Garp's strength and reputation. Of course, I will personally send you to prison, Chen Mu. Chen Mu's strength is indeed terrifying, but it is Garp's goal to send the world's dangerous pirates to prison. So Chen Mu is naturally also on Garp's wanted list. I think you should not think about this goal, because you can't achieve it. Chen Mu spread his hands calmly. Garp is strong and talented, but his strength is also not weak and the talent is not lower than Garp. Therefore, it is almost impossible for Garp to put him in prison alone. Is that so? There are so many seemingly impossible things in this world, but these superficial things can only be known after they are done. Garp retorted. The goal of imprisoning Chen Mu is very difficult, but if we don't fight to the end, who will know the outcome of the two? Fistbone, meteorite. Garp took out a small cannonball from his pocket, wrapped it around Armament Hockey, and with the frightening power of his wrist flick, threw it at Chen Mu at a speed that ordinary people couldn't detect. Boom! Chen Mu held the cannonball thrown by Garp with one hand, but the power of the cannonball was much more terrifying than he imagined. Even with the physique of the fifth layer of 8 inner gates, coupled with copper skin and iron bones, and Armament Hockey wrapped around the second level. But he held the cannonball in his hand, and the vibration from the explosion of the cannonball still made his arm numb. This is an explosive made of special materials. Although it looks small, don't underestimate its power. Garp reminded with a grin when he saw that Chen Mu dared to grab the shell with his bare hands. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 23 Kurozumi Higarashi's Deep Underground Treasure Vault. Although this cannonball is small, it is made of unusual materials. In addition, Garp is wrapped around Armament Hockey to enhance its destructive power. The cannonball is small, but Garp's brute force is unmatched. The momentum generated by the swinging force of the arms and wrists greatly enhanced the power of the shells. So even with Chen Mu's physique, it still feels a bit uncomfortable to grab the shells with bare hands. Whoosh whoosh. Garp quickly took out several small cannonballs from his pocket, wrapped them around Hockey, and threw them at Chen Mu again. The small cannonballs are like meteors. Because of the inertia of the momentum caused by the extremely fast speed, the cannonballs seem to disappear in the eyes of ordinary people, and the trajectory of the cannonballs cannot be noticed. But Chen Mu's observation Hockey is scary, and it's very easy to avoid it. Boom boom boom. Chen Mu did not continue to catch the shell thrown by Garp with his bare hands as before, but with the help of observation Hockey, he predicted the trajectory of the shell and moved his body to avoid the attack. The shells landed, making a deafening sound, and also set off thick black smoke. Just as Chen Mu breathed a sigh of relief in order to avoid the shell, Garp raised his fist the size of a sandbag, and suddenly appeared beside Chen Mu. It seems that this duel will be my victory. Seeing that the fist was about to land on Chen Mu's head, Garp had a smile on his face at this time, thinking that he had already won the victory. Although the cannonballs he carried in his pocket were made of special materials, they were even more powerful than the cannonballs fired by ordinary warships. But Garp is very clear that this small method is not a threat to Chen Mu. So he distracted Chen Mu by throwing cannonballs. From this, he charged up a blow and wanted to take Chen Mu down directly. For this punch, he exhausted all his strength if Chen Mu didn't react. This punch hit Chen Mu firmly, at least he would suffer a lot of injuries. Boom. But he still underestimated Chen Mu's reflexes. When the fist was about to approach, Chen Mu punched decisively. Collided with Garp's fist again. It seems that your plan has failed, Garp, Chen Mu said with a faint smile. Although he did get distracted a bit by dodging shells. But how could he be hurt so easily by Garp? The two clashed fists and fought fiercely together again. The other side, Kurozumi Higurashi is still hiding outside the underground treasure house where Chen Mu left. He didn't know where Chen Mu left, so he didn't dare to act rashly. After thinking for a long time and observing the surroundings, it was determined that there was no danger. He cautiously came to the top of the underground treasure house that Chen Mu had just left. Ka. He pushed open the secret compartment of the underground treasure house, then thought about it for a while, and walked in. Is it the underground treasure house of this kingdom? Kurozumi Higurashi said to himself as he stepped into the dark basement. Although it is dark around, but just with the help of the faint light, Kurozumi Higurashi has already seen that the construction of the surrounding walls is very expensive. It is very likely that it really is the underground treasure house of this kingdom. After all, there are indeed many kingdoms in New World who choose to forge an underground treasure house in order to guard against the invasion of pirates. Responsible for storing valuable things, so that even if they are looted by pirates, they still have treasures, so that the loss will not be too heavy. As we all know, the underground treasure house must contain many priceless treasures. But why does Chen Mu know this place, which is connected to the underground treasure house? Kurozumi Higurashi suddenly thought of this serious question. Chen Mu didn't kill Kaido, didn't go to the beach to meet up, but rushed straight towards the country's underground treasure house. No matter how you think about it, something is wrong. Kurozumi Higurashi pondered for a long time, but couldn't understand all this. However, she quickly put aside all the mysteries and stopped thinking about Chen Mu. Instead, he called the attention of this underground treasure house. When she secretly observed Chen Mu leaving, she found that Chen Mu did not carry any gold, silver or jewelry. That is to say, none of the precious items from this place have been taken. If so, wouldn't she be getting rich? Thinking of this, an excited smile gradually appeared on Kurozumi Higarashi's face. He strode towards the depths of the underground treasure house. It didn't take long before she came to the end, and there was a huge door in front of her eyes. Looking at the door in front of him, Kurozumi Higurashi raised his mouth. These are all mine. Since this rich country will build an underground treasure house, if there is no priceless gold and silver jewelry. She will not believe it. So, at this time, Kurozumi Higurashi had imagined himself holding many treasures. With an excited look, Kurozumi Higurashi slowly opened the door in front of him. Ka. What catches the eye is the building with brilliant lamp arms, which seems to be expensive. As expected of New World's famous rich kingdom, the casting of this underground treasure house alone costs a lot of money. Kurozumi Higurashi is very knowledgeable. Seeing the surrounding buildings, she knows how many expensive materials were used to build these things. Seeing these buildings made Kurozumi Higurashi even more convinced that this place has many precious jewels. She glanced around roughly, but there was no one around. Then open observation Haki, expand the entire underground treasure house, and realize that there are 3 ordinary people at the end of the horizon. After sensing the aura of other people, she didn't stay where she was, and quickly rushed towards the 3 of them. Her speed is very fast, and the size of the underground treasure house is not very large. So, she quickly found the king and the 2 guards beside him. At this time, the king was leaning against the wall of the jewelry warehouse, covering his face with his hands and crying bitterly, in a state of grief. The king thought that Chen Emu's purpose was just to take away the devil fruit and the famous knife. But when he woke up, the entire treasury was empty and there was nothing left for him. Although, he was a little lucky that he saved his life. But, so many precious treasures disappeared immediately, which made him very heartbroken. I believe that it will not be slowed down in a short time. The 2 guards beside the king supported him and spoke comforting words. The 2 guards didn't dare to get close to the jewelry storehouse at first, but after seeing Chen Mu leave the basement, they ran over here in a hurry, and saw the unconscious king. Then wake up the king, and that's it. Kurozumi Higurashi came in front of the trio and quickly attracted the attention of the 2 guards. They stood up hastily, holding weapons and watching Kurozumi Higurashi warily. At this time, Kurozumi Higurashi's eyes were not above the 3 of them at all, but his eyes were fixed on the location of the jewelry storehouse. The entire jewelry store is empty, there is nothing. Could it be that Chen Mu took all the jewels away? But, this is impossible. With such a large jewelry warehouse, how could Chen Mu empty it out by himself? And when Kurozumi Higurashi saw Chen Mu coming out, he didn't see any jewelry on Chen Mu. What exactly is going on? Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 24-8 Inner Gates, 5th Gate Duman. Hey, where are all the jewels here? Kurozumi Higurashi's face darkened, staring at the 3 with murderous intent and asked. These jewels were all taken by Urox Pirate. Didn't he say that if you take what you want, you will let us go? Feeling the murderous intent on Kurozumi Higurashi, the king wanted to cry and was extremely depressed. All his jewels were taken away by Chen Mu, but at least, his life is still alive. Although he has not yet recovered from the pain of losing the jewels, he can recover in a few days. As long as his life is still alive, he will find a way to earn back the treasure. That's what he thinks. But now, he felt like he had 1 foot on the ground again. Not long after Chen Mu left, another person from Rock's Pirate came. And this person seems to really want to kill him. Are you saying that Chen Mu took all these jewels? Kurozumi Higurashi's pupils shrank, and he hurriedly asked. How did he do that? Kurozumi Higurashi has seen the battle between Chen Mu and Kaido, so she thinks Chen Mu's devil fruit is related to flames. Why does his devil fruit have the function of containing treasure? Yes, he has already taken all the treasures, devil fruit, and the famous knife. I was unconscious at the time, and I didn't see how he took so many things away. The king hurriedly nodding, not daring to conceal the slightest truthful reply. To be honest, the king was also full of doubts. How did Chen Mu take away so many things by himself? Now, repeat all the conversations Chen Mu had with you, and what he did here, and report it all to me. If you dare to hide anything, be careful of your lives. Kurozumi Higurashi threatened a 3-hander. He needs to know more about Chen Mu among the 3. Facing Kurozumi Higurashi's cold, murderous gaze, the 3 of them naturally did not dare to hide anything, and told everything about Chen Mu in detail. After listening to the words of the 3, although I didn't get any useful information. But at this moment, she had an idea. Secretly tell the other cadres on the ship that there is a devil fruit on Chen Mu, and ask them to trouble Chen Mu. I believe that with Chen Mu's character, he will definitely not hand over devil fruit easily. At that time, there will inevitably be a battle between them. Kurozumi Higurashi admits that Chen Mu is so strong that he can not only defeat her, but even scary monsters like Kaido are not his opponents. His strength definitely surpassed most of the official crew members. But, the strength of the cadres is much more terrifying than that of the official crew. Which one of the cadres of Rock's pirate is not the big pirate of New World? Want to get Chen Mu is not an easy task. At that time, the cadres severely injured Chen Mu and took away the fruits. And he can break into Chen Mu's room when there is no one there, and ask Chen Mu about the whereabouts of his treasure. Under normal circumstances, he would not dare to provoke Chen Mu. But, if Chen Mu has experienced a hard battle with the cadres, then there is no need to be afraid. After asking Chen Mu about the whereabouts of the Loris Kingdom's treasure, you can solve Chen Mu to avoid future troubles. This is her idea. In terms of strength, she may not be a big deal on Rock's pirate. But, she is sinister enough and likes to kill with a knife. On the other hand, the battle between Chen Mu and Garp is still going on. I have to say that Garp's physical skills are really terrible. Fighting Chen Mu for hundreds of rounds, but Garp is still full of energy, showing no sign of fatigue. On the contrary, the more you fight, the braver you are, the more you fight, the higher you go. But Chen Mu no longer has the patience to continue spending time with Garp. Because now he doesn't know what kind of state Rock's pirate is in now. It is not known whether they are now engaged in fighting, or are already preparing to choose to evacuate. If he was still entangled in the battle with Garp, the Rock's pirate withdrew. At that time, Marine's main focus will be on searching for Loris country. That would be very troublesome. If nothing else, there must be someone like Marine Admiral who attacked the Rock's pirate this time. Although Chen Mu has great confidence in his own strength, if he confronts a strong man like Admiral, he still knew he didn't have much chance of winning. Thinking of this, Chen Mu is ready to use all his strength to end the battle in the shortest possible time. 8 inner gates, 5th gate, Du gate is open. Chen Mu directly opened the 5th gate of the 8 inner gates. Opening this gate also greatly improved Chen Mu's strength. Of course, the speed was the most improved. Because the speed of this door is enough to drive the air to shake the ground when it moves. Chen Mu's momentum has undergone a completely different change. This is the first time he has used it in combat since the 8 inner gates unlocked the 5th gate. You bastard. Sensing the completely different changes in Chen Mu's body, Garp was startled with cold sweat on his forehead, and quickly stepped back a few steps away from Chen Mu. Just when Chen Mu was about to make a quick move to get rid of Garp, the phone bug on his waist rang. Blue, 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 blue. Chen Mu looked at Garp, then at the phone bug around his waist, and did not choose to attack. Instead, he took a few steps back, away from Garp, to prevent the other party from suddenly attacking him, and then connected to the phone bug. Brother Chen Mu, Captain Rox is about to choose to retreat, where are you now? The person who called Chen Mu was also an intern of Rock's pirate. But, he admires Chen Mu a little bit. After all, Chen Mu is known as the strongest intern. Although the crew of the Rock's pirate love to fight, but, the strong are also the objects of their admiration. The intern had already spoken to Chen Mu when Marine arrived. Now that Rox has no more entanglement thoughts, he wants to retreat. However, the intern never saw Chen Mu, so he called Chen Mu to inquire. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 25 Marine Admiral and Rox, are you ready to retreat? Hearing this, Chen Mu frowned slightly and stared at Garp in front of him. The current Garp can almost be said to be still in his heyday, with almost no injuries on his body, and his physical strength is still very abundant. It is almost impossible to completely eliminate him in a short period of time. And now, there is no time. Almost. In just a few minutes, Rock's pirate is about to set sail and leave. The intern looked at the surrounding situation, and then reported to Chen Mu. If Chen Mu has not returned to the coast and boarded the Rock's pirate in a few minutes, he will be trapped in the Loris Kingdom. Encircled and suppressed by Marine's main force, even if Chen Mu has the strength of Rox, it will be very difficult to escape from the hands of many top Marines. Therefore, time is very urgent now. A few minutes. I see. Hearing this, Chen Mu hung up the phone bug in his hand. If he wants to defeat Garp, he can't do it in a few minutes, and even if he is given a longer time, it will be difficult to completely eliminate Garp. After all, the opponent's physique and physical strength are too monster. What he has to do now is not to continue to entangle with Garp too much, but to knock him down and leave. During Chen Mu's call, Garp folded his hands on his chest very wisely, and did not launch a sneak attack on Chen Mu. Do you think you can escape from me in these few minutes? Garp flexed his wrist and said with a confident smile on his face. Through the phone call between Chen Mu and the intern just now, Garp also knew about the situation at the seaside, and now he only needs to hold on for a few more minutes, and Chen Mu will be the turtle in the urn. How will you know if you don't try? Chen Mu didn't talk nonsense, and acted quickly. After opening the 8 inner gate's 5th gate, his strength has been greatly improved. Compared with the strength in the battle just now, he does not know how many cups he has improved. Then come on. Garp was also right and rushed towards Chen Mu again. Boom. Chen Mu and Garp punched each other, and the airflow generated by the collision floated in the air above the two, forming a monster-like momentum. From the perspective of others, it seemed that two giant beasts were colliding. However, the fists of the two collided for only a second, and in the next moment, the airflow above Garp's head was blown away, and Garp's body flew backwards for tens of meters. He kept hitting buildings along the way, and finally fell into ruins. But soon, Garp rushed out of the ruins again. He didn't expect Chen Mu's strength to increase so much suddenly, so he was a little careless. After quickly adjusting his state, Garp rushed towards Chen Mu again like a Xiaoqiang from immune to death. What a hassle. Looking at Garp's figure charging again, Chen Mu couldn't help complaining. When he read the original book, he knew that Garp was very powerful, but he couldn't personally experience how strong it was. But now, he felt it clearly. Garp's combat power was so pervert when he was young, if it comes to the peak period, that's true. To be honest, Chen Mu is still looking forward to Garp's future strength. I believe that in the near future, he will have a chance to fight Garp at his peak. But when the time comes, he believes that he will definitely win. Fire Punch. Chen Mu's fist is entwined with the power of fire dragon slaying magic. The power of this flame is enough to burn iron and steel, and it has terrible destructive power. Chen Mu's physical skills are unparalleled, even stronger than Garp's physical skills. Physical skills, coupled with this all-destroying flame, the power of his shots will be unimaginable for ordinary people. Flame. Seeing Chen Mu's fist wrapped in a layer of hot flames, Garp was slightly taken aback. He thought that Chen Mu was a pure physique expert like him, but unexpectedly, he suddenly released the power of flames. And the power of this flame is extraordinary. Even before getting close, Garp already feels like he is in the sea of flames. Boom. Garp's attack collided with Chen Mu again. Because Garp appeared slightly dazed during the impact, the speed of his impact decreased, and the power of his fist also slowed down. So in the face of Chen Mu's fire punch, he flew backwards for dozens of meters, and the power of the flames was still wrapped around his whole body. The flame wrapped around Garp's body and instantly ignited an area tens of meters away from the house, forming a sea of flames that no one could approach. Looking at the extremely hot sea of flames in front of him, Chen Mu knew that this blow could not defeat Garp, but it could make him lie down for a while. He has no more time to stay in this place. If the Rocks pirate's ship leaves, there's trouble. He didn't have the slightest intention of staying where he was, and headed towards the coast at the fastest speed. When his body just disappeared at the end of the horizon, Garp crawled out from the sea of flames. His clothes were almost completely burned. And there is still a flame burning on his body. Because Chen Mu's flame attack was so sudden, Garp didn't wrap armament hockey all over his body immediately. So Chen Mu's blow caused him a lot of damage. Damn it, let him escape. Garp stared solemnly at the end of the horizon. Chen Mu had long since disappeared from his sight. Although there is no real winner between the two of them. But, now there is no chance to continue fighting. Chen Mu soon came to the coast of Loris Kingdom. At this time, the cadres of Rock's pirate chose to retreat while fighting with the main force of Marine. Retreat. All of a sudden, Rox yelled in the battlefield. Rox has observed during the battle that almost all the troops in the Loris country have returned, and they can choose to retreat. At this time, Rox was already surrounded by Marine's main force and arrived in front of the ship. It is impossible for us to let go of your Rox today. Attacking multiple countries that are part of the world government, the country of Loris today will be your burial place. Marine Admiral Mog roared angrily. He's fought the Rox pirate a few times, and the Rox get away with it each time. This time Rox once again attacked the franchise countries of the world government. Naval headquarters not only once again sent him to chase the Rox pirate. And it also added countless powerful people to him, even soldiers from the world government. This time, they fought with the determination to take down the Rox pirate. If the Rox are allowed to escape again this time, what will happen to naval headquarters? Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 26 Rox pirate retreat. The burial place. What a dream, Mog. We have fought so many times, and you managed to keep me again? Rox sneered back. In New World, the main force responsible for pursuing the Rox pirate is the Marine led by Mog Admiral. Over the years, Mog has caused a lot of trouble for their Rox pirate. Many cadres on their ship were eliminated. But, every time they managed to escape from danger and escape among the army led by Mog Admiral. Rox, the mistakes you made, even the top leaders of the world government can't tolerate. How long do you think you Rox pirate can survive in this sea? A strong man sent by the world government coldly said with a snort. In this extremely dangerous old age where everyone was in danger, this sea indeed had countless vicious pirates. The number of pirates is also a headache for their world government. But, New World hardly has many pirate groups who dare to attack the franchise countries of the world government repeatedly. The countries that hand over the gold in the sky are protected by their world government. For other countries, their world government can't control it, and the same. I don't bother to control it. But they must take care of the franchise countries. Because the heavenly gold handed over by countries like New World is one of the main sources of income for their world government. If it is because of the Rock's repeated attacks on the world government franchise countries, they have nothing to do with the world government. The ideas of the members of the New World to hand over the heavenly gold were shaken, and finally they even stopped handing over the heavenly gold. Wouldn't this cut off their world government's source of income? So, the other big pirates, the world government can choose to ignore briefly. But the existence of Rock's pirate, they must not tolerate it. For this kind of threat, I advise you to save it. Since I, Rox, dare to do such a thing, how can I be afraid of the pursuit of your world government and naval headquarters? Rox responded disapprovingly. Rox is a brave and resourceful person. He dared to make repeated attacks on the franchise countries. That said, it's all in the hands of the Rox. It's really arrogant, but today, I will risk my life to keep you. Marine Admiral Mog took off the cloak of justice behind him, and his eyes revealed that he must the determination to kill. Years ago, he pursued the Rock's pirate, and the Rocks, though strong, were no match for him. But, now he feels that the gap between himself and Rocks has slowly widened. The strength of the opponent has improved rapidly, and if it is a one-on-one fight now, he does not think that he still has the same chance of winning as he did a few years ago. His talent has run its course and has almost stalled. But, Rock's talent is not done yet, and there's still some room for growth. If Rocks is allowed to grow up completely, then he is definitely not an opponent. So now, the Rocks have to be taken down. If it is delayed until the future, Rocks will become the most dangerous person in this sea. I don't want to fight to the death with you now, but I will find a chance to kill you in the future, Rocks sneered grimly. Rocks knows that his strength has not yet reached its true peak, so he is not in a hurry to fight Mog Admiral to the death. When his strength is one step closer, it will be Mog Admiral's death. Death. Rocks had an extremely terrifying aura all over his body, and then he held the handle of the knife with both hands, and swung the knife forcefully towards his eyes. Boom. The blade rubbed against the air, making a deafening booming sound. When he swung the knife, all the focus of the entire battlefield was on Rocks. The blade swung out, and the sword energy was vertical and horizontal, as if there was nothing else in the world. There was only the knife that Rocks swung. The sword energy struck. The ground was easily cut open like tofu, and then rushed towards the main force of Marine. The shock caused by this scene is extremely impressive. Especially Chen Mu, who had already reached the beach, was slightly stunned when he saw this scene. This sword was even more terrifying than the power of Hawkeye at the top of the original book. Spread. A strand of cold sweat broke out on Marine Admiral Mog's forehead. Even he didn't want to take the blow head on, and quickly ordered the others to disperse. I saw the main force of the Marines that had gathered into a group. Under this blow, they collapsed directly. Rocks split the formation between Marine's main force with a knife. This level of strength deserves to be one of the most dangerous pirates in this sea. Rocks grinned as he gazed at the masterpiece in front of him and jumped straight into the boat. The same is true for other cadres. Their purpose of plundering has been achieved and there is no need to continue fighting in such places. During the period when Marine's main lineup was broken up, the cadres and other Rocks crew members all seized the gap during this period. Quickly ran towards the boat. If the speed was slow and he didn't board the boat, then he could only be left in this country. And Chen Mu didn't care about the surprise in Rock's strength, and rushed towards the boat quickly. After a while, almost all the nearby cadres and crew members boarded the ship. Of course, this also includes Kurozumi Higurashi and Kaido. Kurozumi Higurashi had approached the shore while Chen Mu was still fighting Garp. However, she did not participate in this chaotic battle, but hid in the dark to observe and find a suitable opportunity to board the ship without injury. As for Kaido, after being defeated by Chen Mu, although he had a lot of injuries. But with his terrifying physique, even without the ability of Devil Fruit, his resilience is very strong. After recovering a bit, he participated in the chaotic battle on the coast again. Then after Rocks swung the knife, he took advantage of the chaos and came to the boat. He liked to fight, but he knew very well that this might be the only chance to return to the ship. If you continue to fight, if you are left behind, it will be very troublesome. Gee ha ha ha. Goodbye Marine. Golden Lion stood at the bow, looked at the many strong Marines in front of him and laughed. In the next second, he clapped his palm on the boat, and using the power of Lion Fruit, the boat slowly floated up. It is because of the thorny Devil Fruit, Golden Lion, that Rock's pirate retreated after being surrounded several times. Damn it, shall we continue to chase, Mog Admiral? A Vice Admiral asked with a slight frown as he looked at the floating Rock's pirate. The whereabouts of Rock's pirate are secretive and very difficult to track down. This time they finally found an opportunity to encircle and suppress Rock's pirate. Even this siege has the assistance of the world government, if this makes the Rock's pirate run away again. The credibility of their naval headquarters and world government must be greatly affected. Philu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 27 Rock's Pirates Monster Intern. Keep chasing, Mog Admiral, we must not let the Rock's pirate go this time. Another Vice Admiral echoed. while the Rocks pirate, with the tricky figure of the Golden Lion, can keep the ship afloat in midair. But they are not weak in the naval headquarters, and the practice of Marine 6 styles has already reached a certain level. If they want to chase, they can continue to chase in the air while stepping on the moonwalk. Yes, Mog Admiral, if the Rocks pirate is allowed to run away this time, I don't know if there will be a chance to encircle them next time. Many Vice Admirals standing beside Mog propose to continue chasing the Rocks pirate. They're willing to go, even if there's a lot of risk, just to take the Rocks pirate down for good. No chance. Mog Admiral looked at the ship that the Rocks pirate was about to leave, sighed and said helplessly. Why didn't he want to risk his life to take down the Rocks pirate? But high altitude, it can almost be said to be the home of the Rocks pirate. As long as they dare to step on the moonwalk to pursue cadres of the Rocks pirate, which can be stopped with various devil fruit abilities. In this case, they will not be able to touch the Rocks pirate at all, but will lose troops in vain. If you want to say why he is so aware of the consequences, it is because he once chased the Rocks pirate who had returned to the ship. At that time, they could be said to have suffered heavy casualties. Following the words of Marine Admiral Mog, the surrounding atmosphere seemed very heavy. They thought that this time the siege was foolproof. Naval headquarters dispatched so many troops, and the powerful people of the world government also came to assist. I thought that Rocks pirate was already a turtle in the urn. But unexpectedly, the Rocks pirate was finally allowed to run away. Although many powerful people from Rocks pirate were killed in this siege, their marine also suffered heavy casualties. In addition, Rocks himself is not dead yet, no matter how many powerhouses they kill. It is also a temporary solution rather than a permanent cure. Has the Rocks pirate gone yet? Garp came to the coast from Loris country at this time. As far as the eye can see, the coast is full of dead bodies, some from Marine, some from Rocks pirate. This battle dyed the surrounding seawater bright red, which looked extremely terrifying. And the coast is full of holes, there is no complete ground, and there are many deep holes that can't be seen at a glance. Looking at the scene in front of him, Garp knew that this battle was not very smooth for their Marine. Garp? What's the matter with your injury? A Vice Admiral looked back, saw Garp's injury, and asked in surprise. Garp. Although he is only the colonel of their naval headquarters now, his strength is by no means limited to the position of colonel. Garp's strength, even some Vice Admirals from naval headquarters can compete. But Garp now has a lot of injuries on his body, and it can be seen that he has experienced a tough battle. But that's where the problem lies. Rocks pirates' cadre level strength is basically fighting them. In Loris country, the strongest should only be the official crew of Rocks pirate. How could an official crew make Garp so embarrassed? Could it be that they ignored a cadre and let the cadre go to the interior of the Loris country? I met a strong enemy. That guy's physical skills are as good as mine, and even better than mine. In addition to physical skills, Devil Fruit is also extremely powerful. Garp looked at it. With some scars left on his arm, he said with a solemn expression. It doesn't matter that Chen Mu is strong in physical skills, Devil Fruit's ability is also developed so terrifyingly. This is what shocked Garp the most. He couldn't imagine that if Chen Mu didn't develop Devil Fruit ability. But if he only studied physical skills, then what a monster his physical skills would be. Is it stronger than you? Another Vice Admiral asked unexpectedly. Although Garp's current military rank is only a colonel, even in the face of ordinary Rocks pirate cadres, he can pass 2 moves. But now, in Loris country, Garp has encountered a powerful enemy, even stronger than Garp. It seems that Garp really met a cadre they ignored. What's his name? Chen Mu. Chen Mu, a name I've never heard of. They thought Garp was speaking the names of the officers of the Rocks pirate. But he didn't expect Garp to say such a strange name. The group of Marines carefully recalled the Rocks pirate's bounty order, as if the name of this person had never appeared. The scope of their thinking is not just Rocks pirate, the entire New World has a bounty of more than 10 million Baileys. They are all thinking in their brains, but no matter how they think about it, the name Chen Mu has never appeared in New World. A month ago, there were rumors in Friesland that Rocks pirate was recruiting interns, and Chen Mu should have boarded the ship at this time, Garp reminded. The Rocks pirates' intern recruitment ceremony was spread throughout almost half of the New World, so their Marines also knew the news. But by the time they knew the news, the Rocks pirates' recruitment ceremony had already ended. Otherwise, they will take this opportunity to encircle the Rocks pirate. Intern? As the 3 words, intern, fell, many Marines were shocked. The newly added cadre-level strongman of Rocks pirate turned out to be an intern who joined recently. No, it's impossible. No matter what an intern says, he can't have the strength of a cadre. A Vice Admiral shook his head repeatedly. They cannot deny that the Rocks pirate is indeed the most dangerous pirate group in the New World, with countless strong ones. But an intern is the lowest position on the Rocks pirate. Most of the interns at Rocks pirate are cannon fodder. How can it be possible to have the strength of a cadre? Have you misunderstood Garp, someone whose strength is higher than yours? It is absolutely impossible to be an unknown junior in this sea, and it is even more impossible to be an intern in the Rocks pirate. They have some understanding of Garp's strength. If Chen Mu's strength is higher than that of Garp, there is no doubt that he has the strength of a cadre. But they can't believe that Chen Mu is just a ROKS pirate intern. A ROKS pirate trainee who beats the acknowledged genius Marine in their naval headquarters. Who would believe such words? Isn't this slapping their Marine in the face? The genius Marine, defeated by the weakest intern in the ROKS pirate? There's nothing wrong with that. The other party should be an intern who just joined ROKS pirate, because it's the first time I've seen his fighting style and appearance. Garp shook his head slightly and said. They Marine and ROKS pirate cadres have been at war for years. The fighting style of the cadres, as well as the ability of Devilfruit, have long been studied by their Marines. And Garp is also a soldier of New World following Mog Admiral. Naturally, I have also fully understood the cadres of ROKS pirate. Because of this, he was sure that Chen Mu was definitely not a cadre of ROKS pirate. It's an intern who just joined ROKS pirate, really an intern? How is it possible that an intern has the strength of a cadre? Damn, the cadres of ROKS pirate have given us enough headaches, why is there another intern with cadre strength? After hearing this, many Marine powerhouses felt very overwhelmed. No, I think what worries us the most is not his ability as a cadre, but his status as an intern. You must know that the ROKS pirate is recognized as the fastest growing pirate group in New World. If he just joined ROKS pirate, he would have the strength of a cadre as an intern, which means he still has a lot of room for growth in ROKS pirate. A vice admiral gasped with a breath of cool air, he said in a deep voice. Every person who joins the ROKS pirate, as long as he doesn't die for a few years, his strength will always undergo earth-shaking changes. This is what everyone knows about ROKS pirate. If Chen Mu is a cadre, then it is not scary. But the scary thing is that he has the strength of a cadre just after joining the ROKS pirate. When the potential has not been tapped, it has such strength. What would happen if this allowed his potential to be fully tapped? Thinking of this, many Marine powerhouses gasped. They know that the ROKS pirate has welcomed a monster intern with limitless potential. Damn it, this is really a headache. If you say that, his threat is even greater than many cadres. Now Chen Mu's strength, in their opinion, should be at the level of ordinary ROKS pirate cadres. But his threat is no less than that of Whitebeard, Golden Lion, Charlotte Linlin, the absolute main force of these three ROKS pirates. After all, an intern with monster strength and unlimited potential. Who knows what he will eventually grow into in the ROKS pirate, a terrifying being. Is this God helping the ROKS pirate? Why would the ROKS pirate join such a horrible existence? ROKS pirate, Marine itself is full of threats. These days, even Marine Admiral can't claim consistency over the ROKS. The threat of ROKS pirate can be imagined, but it is such a pirate group that gives them a headache. Now that such a monster intern has ushered in, it is completely worse for their Marine. Although, the current Chen Mu has the strength of an ordinary cadre. But his upper limit is what makes countless Marines fearful. ROKS pirate needs to be removed as soon as possible. Of course, this man named Chen Mu should also be removed as soon as possible. If he is allowed to grow in ROKS pirate, he will undoubtedly grow into the absolute main cadre of ROKS pirate. Marine Admiral Mog interjected Road. Now their Marine is eyeing Chen Mu, a trainee monster with unlimited potential. Chen Mu has the foundation of a monster, and now, Chen Mu's strength has not yet fully risen. They should be removed as soon as possible. Otherwise, like a few years ago, when ROKS pirate was first formed. They had a chance to take out the ROKS pirate completely, but they slightly underestimated the pirate group. As a result, they let the pirate group escape from adversity many times. Today, ROKS pirate has grown into a monster. They don't want to reproduce this situation. Therefore, Chen Mu, a person with unlimited potential, they must definitely pay attention to it. Many days later, the ROKS pirate fought with the strongmen of Marine and world government in the country of Loris. Spread the word throughout the New World. ROKS is one of the strongest pirate groups in New World, and Naval Headquarters is one of the strongest forces in New World. Not to mention the world government, it has been controlling the world for hundreds of years. ROKS pirate, battle Marine and world government. Such news naturally attracted the attention of countless people. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 28 ROKS Pirates bounty released, and with the end of this battle. Members of the ROKS Pirate have also posted brand new bounties. ROKS bounty, 3 billion Baileys. Edward Newgate's bounty, 2.5 billion Baileys. Golden Lion, 2.4 billion Baileys. Charlotte Linlin, 1.9 billion Baileys. Ochaku, 1.5 billion Baileys. Silver Axe, 1.4 billion Baileys. John, 1.3 billion Baileys. The reward increase for cadres is very high, except for the increase in rewards for cadres. Members of the ROKS Pirate noticed that there was another person on board with a bounty of 300 million Baileys. That is Chen Mu. A bounty of 300 million Baileys is not a low bounty among ROKS Pirate. And the most important thing is, Chen Mu is just an intern. You know, Chen Mu didn't offer a bounty before. That is to say, Chen Mu's bounty went from 0 to 300 million. A battle directly added 300 million Baileys, which naturally attracted the attention of many people in Rock's Pirate. You know, Chen Mu wasn't there at all during the battle off the Lore's national seashore. They only noticed Chen Mu when Rox shouted to retreat. What exactly did Chen Mu do to directly increase his bounty by 300 million Baileys? That's what gets the Rock's pirate crew the most focused. You boy, did you do something in the Loris country? The initial bounty is 300 million berries. Golden Lion found Chen Mu who was lying on the rail of the boat, and threw Chen Mu's reward order to him and said, Chen Mu has such a bounty. Even Golden Lion is extremely surprised, although during the intern recruitment ceremony, he took a fancy to Chen Mu's strong strength and not weak talent. But he didn't expect that Chen Mu would be so strong. The first bounty has reached 300 million berry. I haven't done anything in the country of Loris, maybe they recognized the wrong person. Chen Mu spread his hands and responded with a seemingly innocent face. He didn't want to take credit, and he didn't want to show himself in front of the Golden Lion. Because now he just wants to be a Rock's pirate intern. If you take credit, get noticed by Rock's. If he becomes an official crew member or cadre in the future, he will often need to follow orders. If he invaded the countries that joined the world government again in the future, he would need to follow the main force. If you leave the team without authorization and search inside the kingdom alone, it will attract more people's attention. On the contrary, the position of intern will be comfortable. Rock's pirate, no matter what they do, don't pay attention to interns. Because of the strength of the interns, other people simply look down on them, so, let alone directing them. So in Chen Mu's opinion, interns are the best choice. No one pays attention to the fight, and there is no need to obey the command. In this way, Chen Mu can do many things alone. For example, this time, with luck, I went deep into the Loris kingdom and found the underground treasure house. Got devil fruit, a famous knife, and valuable jewelry. To be able to do all this, he must be an intern. If the position rises, although the money plundered by Rock's pirate will also increase. But there will be more restrictions. Chen Mu now understands why Garp in the original book is unwilling to be promoted, but only willing to be a marine vice admiral. If it is true as he said, if you want to be free, you don't need such a high position. It's possible for you to fool others, but do you think I'll believe this kind of nonsense? Golden Lion still persisted and asked. The Golden Lion is rarely interested in one thing. Now, the matter of Chen Mu has completely aroused Golden Lion's interest. A Chen Mu who did not participate in the battle with Marine's main force on the coast of Lore's national seashore. Instead, the Rock's pirate returned to the ship when they chose to retreat. The Golden Lion is extremely curious now, what kind of astonishing things did Chen Mu do in the kingdom of Loris? He actually let his first time reach 300 million Baileys. You know, even Chen Mu participated in the battle on the coast of the kingdom of Loris. And for outstanding performance, there shouldn't be such a high bounty directly. Initially 300 million Baileys, this is definitely the year when Golden Lion just went to sea and did a lot of great things. There is no bounty of this level. Seeing Golden Lion's serious expression, Chen Mu knew it too. If the other party doesn't get to the bottom of it, they won't stop pestering. It's just that in the country of Loris, I met a powerful enemy. Chen Mu did not continue to conceal the truth and responded. To be honest, he thinks his bounty has increased to 300 million Baileys. Really thought Marine got the wrong guy, you know, he just fought Garp. Even just briefly knocked Garp down, not even a real defeat. Just such a situation, Marine's people went so far as to raise the bounty to 300 million Baileys. Not to mention the other people on board, even Chen Mu was surprised, but it didn't show on the surface. Encountered an enemy? Who is it? Golden Lion continued to ask with great interest. He is very curious now, what kind of terrible enemy Chen Mu encountered in Loris country. Let his bounty directly reach an astonishing 300 million Baileys. Garp. You met Garp in the kingdom of Loris? Golden Lion was slightly surprised when he heard that. Yes. Chen Mu nodded. He was in the country of Loris and had only fought 2 people. The first one is Kaido who just landed in Loris country. The second one is Garp that Chen Mu met halfway when he wanted to retreat. Garp, Sengoku, Zephyr, these 3 are called the future of Marine, although the 3 of them now only have the rank of colonel, but their strength is not even weaker than the ordinary cadres on our ship. Golden Lion crossed his arms on his chest, said solemnly. These 3 people are all powerful marine monsters. Even though the positions of the 3 of them are very low now, their names are very resounding. Even people like the Golden Lion, who don't listen to things outside the window, know a little about Garp, Zephyr, and Sengoku. After all, this sea has a powerful new pirate reputation. Naturally, there are also marine monsters, whose fame spreads all over the world. It's no wonder that your bounty has reached 300 million Baileys. Your battle with Garp is equivalent to defeating a shining new star of their naval headquarters. Golden Lion now knows why Chen Mu's bounty can directly reach 300 million berries. If Chen Mu just defeated an ordinary colonel, or even defeated a vice admiral, it is impossible for the bounty to reach 300 million berries. But Garp, known as Marine's future hope and almost invincible in his age group, was defeated by Chen Mu. The nature of this symbol is too big. Marine is afraid of the upper limit of Chen Mu's future strength, so he directly defines him as a monster intern. The bounty also directly reached 300 million Baileys. Thinking of this, the more Golden Lion looked at Chen Mu, the more unfathomable he felt. Chen Mu's current strength is still nothing in the eyes of a powerhouse like Golden Lion. But the upper limit of Chen Mu's strength, even the Golden Lion is not sure. But there is no doubt that if Chen Mu can continue to grow in Rock's Pirate without accidents, he's going to be a horrible monster. This is really troublesome. After hearing Golden Lion's words, Chen Mu didn't show the slightest feeling of pride and excitement, but said with a slight headache. Through Golden Lion's words, he knew how dazzling Garp was in Naval Headquarters in this period. And he defeated Naval Headquarters, the most dazzling and most valued Marine newcomer Garp. There is no doubt, he has been targeted by the strong Marine. This is exactly what gave Chen Mu a headache. You must know that he joined the Rock's Pirate not to enhance his reputation and spread his reputation throughout the New World. Because this will make his actions very troublesome. He joined Rock's Pirate just to make it easier for one person to move and find devil fruit for one person. Today, his bounty has reached 300 million Baileys. And even more so by the people of Naval Headquarters. In this case, Rock's Pirate will plan later. Not only the Marines will be eyeing him, but other members of the Rock's Pirate will also notice him because of the bounty. He can no longer become a transparent existence that few people pay attention to like the last time he attacked the Loris country. This is extremely detrimental to his actions. If it was possible, he really wished that he didn't have a bounty and would not be noticed by others. You guy, who is a pirate in this world, who doesn't want to increase his bounty and spread his reputation all over the world. You are so good, you actually find bounty troublesome. Golden Lion really values Chen Mu's strength, talent, and potential. But Chen Mu's character made him unpredictable. It feels like, it doesn't seem to be very consistent with other pirate pursuits. The fame that other pirates are desperately pursuing is not worth mentioning in his opinion. Still feel troublesome. It has to be said that Chen Mu can also be regarded as an outlier. However, Golden Lion was not too surprised by it. Because strong people have special characters and tempers. Chen Mu is an out-and-out monster with a special temper, which Golden Lion doesn't think is very strange. But, you are in Loris country, have you met Higurashi? Golden Lion stood on the ship's rail and lit a cigar, and asked suddenly. Kurozumi Higurashi? No, Chen Mu thought about it for a while, and replied truthfully. After he arrived in the country of Loris, he first met Kaido who challenged him, and then went to the interior of the kingdom and found the underground secret room. Then I met Garp on the way back, and after a fight, I went to the seaside location. So, he didn't meet Kurozumi Higurashi. When she was operating in the country of Loris, she went in another direction. Golden Lion reminded by taking a puff of his cigar and exhaling thick smoke. Golden Lion knows the character of Kurozumi Higurashi very well. In the previous trainee recruitment ceremony, Kurozumi Higurashi wanted to kill Chen Mu, but in the end, he was defeated by Chen Mu. This must have stuck in her mind. It has been a month since the intern recruitment ceremony ended. Golden Lion couldn't believe that during this time, Kurozumi Higurashi hadn't conspired some damages to deal with Chen Mu. Hearing what Golden Lion said, Chen Mu raised his brows slightly and fell into deep thought. He suddenly realized a problem. He has won the title of the strongest intern since the intern recruitment ceremony ended. It has been a month since he got the title since he came to Loris National Operation. If only Kaido had an idea about the title of strongest trainee. He launched the challenge a few days ago when he won the title of the strongest intern. Why? Kaido didn't challenge him until a month later. Thinking of this, Chen Mu realized something. Kaido challenged him suddenly, probably because of Kurozumi Higurashi. And the fact is just as Chen Mu guessed, it was just before the attack on the Loris country. Kurozumi Higurashi found someone to challenge Kaido, and after being defeated, he prodded Kaido with the title of Chen Mu being the strongest trainee. In the end, Kaido successfully challenged Chen Mu in Loris country. Really? I see. Chen Mu nodded slightly after thinking for a long time. Kurozumi Higurashi has already started to FK him with dirty tricks. This time it didn't work, there must be another time. Chen Mu is already thinking, next time he has to find a chance to get rid of Kurozumi Higurashi. Although Chen Mu is not afraid of Kurozumi Higurashi backstabbing him. But, he felt annoyed at the thought of being in the dark and someone trying to backstab him from time to time. It seems that you have already thought about what to do, but Kurozumi Higurashi is a popular person around rocks anyway. If you want to do it, remember not to let others find out, otherwise, you will be in some trouble more or less. Golden Lion reminded with a grin. Philu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 29 Garp. I was really defeated by the interns. Speaking of which, we don't seem to be familiar with each other. Mr. Shiki, why did you tell me so much? Chen Mu asked with a little doubt as he set his eyes on Golden Lion. Since he traveled to this world, he has been living on the island and doing fishing work. There have never been powerful pirates on the island. During this period of time, it can be completely ruled out that he has met the Golden Lion. So, the meeting between him and Golden Lion was just a few words after the intern recruitment ceremony ended a month ago. In the following month, Golden Lion did not have any further conversations with him. Since Chen Mu was on the Rock's ship, he almost always practiced in the room. So the number of times he met the Golden Lion can be counted on one hand. If you talk, you can count on one hand. The two can almost be said to have nothing to do with each other. Because of this, Chen Mu was very curious why the Golden Lion would be so kind to warn him so many things that he has not noticed yet. Does Golden Lion have such a big heart? Jia ha ha ha. This sentence is too outlandish, Chen Mu. I am very interested in you. Golden Lion folded his hands on his chest and said heartily. Chen Mu's strength and talent are exactly what Golden Lion is looking for. Golden Lion knew that sooner or later he himself would break away from the Rock's pirate and create his own pirate group. Now he is already planning to win over people and secretly recruiting troops. Chen Mu is someone he admires very much. If he can be pulled to his side, that would be the best. Even if Chen Mu refuses, it doesn't matter. After all, he didn't help Chen Mu solve any real troubles. It's just a few words of warning. It's time to chat and play. This will not cause him any loss, and it will not make him feel troublesome. Just said a few words. If these few words help Chen Mu, let Chen Mu have the heart to follow, so for Golden Lion, it can be regarded as a big profit. Then thank you Mr. Shiki. Although he is somewhat grateful to Golden Lion, it is still impossible for Chen Mu to choose to follow Golden Lion. Also, following the Rocks is only now. New World, somewhere Marine Base. At this time, Garp was lying on a hospital bed in the medical room for treatment, and at this moment, two familiar figures walked in from the door. They joined Marine at the same time as Garp, Sengoku and Crane. I heard that Garp suffered a lot of injuries during the siege of the Rock's pirate. So they stopped by to check on Garp during their mission. Hey, Garp, how are you? Sengoku asked aloud when he saw Garp lying on the hospital bed eating snacks as soon as he entered the door. Ha ha ha. Sengoku, Xiaohei, you are here. Garp, who was eating snacks, saw two familiar friends come to visit him and suddenly smiled. He has been receiving treatment in this room since the end of the siege of the Rock's pirate. Although he himself thought that there was nothing serious about his body, the person in charge of treatment never let him leave. Therefore, he can only spend this boring time in this room, eating snacks. How do you feel, Garp? Seeing Garp's body wrapped in thick bandages, Crane couldn't help asking worriedly. Don't worry, I'm fine. Garp put down the snack, raised his arm, and said with a grin. Hey, you must have rushed too far in this operation again and met the Rock's pirate cadre, Sengoku said with some distress when he saw Garp's carefree character. He is well aware of Garp's strength, even though he only has the rank of colonel now. But his strength can even be compared with the average cadre of Rock's pirate. His strength is far greater than his current rank. However, because the time to join Marine is relatively short, there is no way to improve military training too quickly in a short period of time. Sengoku guessed that Garp must have experienced a life and death struggle with the Rock's pirate cadres. That's why he suffered a lot of injuries, and now he still needs to lie in the infirmary. Just as Garp was about to say something, the Crane beside him also interjected. Garp, I also think you need to restrain your personality and listen to orders more. Although Garp's strength can be compared with that of ordinary cadres in Rock's pirate, you must know that Garp's military rank is only colonel now. In the battles in which Marine performs tasks are basically assigned according to military rank. With the rank of Colonel Garp, you can at most fight the official crew of the Rock's pirate. As for the official crew of Rock's pirate, although there are many extraordinary people, it is almost impossible to beat Garp like this. From this, the deduction of Crane and Sengoku is the same. They all believed that Garp didn't listen to the command of the people above, and rashly went to the cadres of the Rock's pirate for a decisive battle. Crane's words fell. Garp raised his eyebrows slightly and was about to answer. But Sengoku on the side continued to interject. Okay, you'd better rest easy Garp, we're just visiting you this time, since you're fine, then we won't stay here any longer. They were concerned about Garp's injury, so they came to visit him. Now, although Garp is still lying on the hospital bed, he is still alive and well, so they are relieved. Since Garp's life was not in danger, there was no reason for them to linger in this place, and it was time to leave. I'm talking about Sengoku, Xiaohei, can you let me finish my sentence? Garp shouted a little depressed. What else is there to say about Garp? Let's heal your wounds obediently, and listen to the Crane, restrain your character, and don't be as rash as this time. Sengoku shook his head slightly, patted Garp on the shoulder and said. Garp's face was full of black lines at this moment, extremely depressed. What I want to say is that it's not the Rock's pirate cadres who beat me, it's the interns. Intern? Hearing these three words, Sengoku and Tsuru looked at each other, stunned for a few seconds, and then turned their attention to Garp again. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 30 Chen Mu initially offered a reward of 300 million Baileys. I said Garp, we warned you for your own good. We are worried that your character will be in trouble in the future. You wouldn't make up a pretense of being beaten like this in a battle with an intern. Come and lie to us. Garp was beaten like this by a Rocks pirate intern? What are you kidding? Sengoku and Garp joined naval headquarters at the same time, and there is a deadly friendship between the two. Sengoku is very familiar with Garp's strength. The Rocks are indeed one of the strongest pirate groups in New World. But an intern is the lowest position in the Rocks pirate. Also represents the lowest power of the Rocks pirate. Even if Garp said that he was beaten like this by the official crew, Sengoku could hardly believe it. Not to mention, being beaten like this by an intern. For Garp's words, Sengoku just thinks that Garp has a rebellious heart and is a little impatient with what he said to Tsuru. He wanted to hide the fact that he fought against the Cadres and fabricated a story about fighting the interns. Either way, Sengoku doesn't believe it. Hey, Garp. The crane beside him also sighed helplessly. You at least say that you have suffered. Many Rocks pirate official crew members have been beaten like this. Then there is nothing to say, just understand everything directly. But you said you were beaten like this by a Rocks pirate intern. This is so ridiculous, even if the crane is not a combatant, but a person responsible for making plans. But if you want to defeat the strongest intern in Rocks pirate in battle, you can still do it. And Garp's strength is far above him. Even many senior executives of naval headquarters have praised his strength. Such a man said he was defeated by an intern. Such words are equivalent to a child who has just been born and can't walk alone killing an adult with sound limbs. Who would believe this kind of thing? You. Garp frowned slightly and stared at the two who were a little disappointed in him. You don't believe me? Forget it, Garp. You'd better recover from your injuries. Sengoku patted Garp on the shoulder again, signaling. Sengoku has kept silent about the topic just now. Since Garp dislikes the topic just now, it is better not to talk about that topic. When Garp recovers from his injury, they still have to give Garp a serious warning to restrain their character and temper. Sengoku, I'm not lying, I was really defeated by an intern. Garp said with a serious face, staring at Sengoku very seriously. Although such a thing, he also finds it unbelievable, but Chen Mu is an intern of Rocks pirate. Chen Mu had never shown his face in the sea before, except for this time when he invaded Loris country and showed his hands and feet. Not to mention being offered a reward, he is a genuine intern. He can't care about the shame of being defeated by the trainee now, he just wants to make Sengoku and Tsuru believe. He was really defeated by an intern. He wasn't lying, he didn't have the urge to go head-to-head with the Rocks pirate Cadres this time around. He really carried out the instructions given by Mog Admiral seriously. I know, let's not talk so much, just rest in peace, Garp. No, you don't know. Garp grabbed Sengoku's hand and said solemnly. He knows Sengoku now, and still doesn't believe it, he's beaten by the trainee. So today he had to clear up the misunderstanding and convince the other party that he was really defeated by an intern. So, what's the name of the intern who beat you? Sengoku asked seriously, frowning when he saw Garp's seriousness. He still can't believe that Garp was defeated by an intern, but look at Garp so seriously. He also decided to listen carefully to what Garp had to say about the intern. Chen Mu. Garp responded truthfully. When Garp was fighting Chen Mu, he asked him for his name. Chen Mu. A name I've never heard of. Sengoku mused, resting his chin on his hand. Sengoku also pays attention to the reward orders of the sea from time to time, whether it is the Great Voyage, the Four Seas, or the New World. Basically, all pirate bounties are in his mind. The reason why I want to record the reward orders of these pirates. That's because it's very easy to catch. If their marines are sailing on the sea and encounter a pirate ship, they will attack without hesitation. Because they are very sure that basically all the pirates on the pirate ship are pirates. But what if the pirate did not take the pirate ship, but in a certain country? If it's because they didn't remember what the pirate looked like, and it caused them to pass by a certain pirate in a certain country without arresting them, it will make them feel remorseful. So when Sengoku is free, he will pay attention to the reward order. At present, almost all the appearances and names of pirates offering bounties from all over the world are in his mind. But among them, there is no Chen Mu. Have you ever heard of the name Chen Mu, Crane? After thinking for a long time, Sengoku put his eyes on Crane and asked. No, he shook his head slightly and replied. Only a few days have passed since the Battle of Loris country. And Sengoku and Crane are also performing missions in the past few days. I have heard about the country of Loris. It is also known that Marine Admiral Mog and Garp participated in this battle. But that's all they know about the campaign in the country of Loris. They haven't paid attention to the specific situation and details of the Loris national campaign, as well as the new bounty of the Rocks pirate. Chen Mu probably joined the intern recruitment ceremony held by Rocks pirate a month ago, so, he is a real intern. Garp looked heavy and took his time said. Before Chen Mu joined Rocks pirate, he did not commit any crimes, nor was he rewarded. Just joined Rocks pirate a month ago, what is this not an intern? On the other side of the hospital bed, Garp took out several reward orders, picked out one about Chen Mu and handed it to the two of them. This is Chen Mu's reward order. Sengoku took Chen Mu's reward order and saw the prominent numbers on it. A bounty of 300 million Baileys? The amount of this reward is not a low amount in the entire Vicious Rocks Pirate. A man whose name they had never heard of was directly offered a reward of 300 million Baileys for this operation in Loris country. Even the well-informed Sengoku, known as one of the 3 Marines, was surprised when he saw Chen Mu's reward order. For an intern, the first bounty offered directly reached 300 million Baileys. This kind of bounty is enough to prove how terrifying Chen Mu is. Is this a real reward order? Sengoku looked at the reward order in his hand with a serious expression. Although he was sure that what he was holding in his hand was a genuine reward order. But what happened in front of him surprised him so much that he doubted the authenticity of it all. Garp gets beat by an intern who joined for a month and directly offered a reward of 300 million Baileys. These 2 things, no matter which one, is very amazing. When 2 things happen to the same person, let alone. This made Sengoku unable to calm down for a long time. Do you think I'm going to create a bogus bounty for lying, Sengoku? Garp replied sullenly. Sengoku was silent for a moment and said in a heavy tone. Rocks Pirate, what a great guy to join. Sengoku wouldn't be so surprised if it was the Cadres who defeated Garp. But it was only an intern who beat Garp, an intern even younger than Garp. Since Garp joined Marine, he has been known as the strongest in his class. In the entire naval headquarters, no one of his peers is as strong as Garp. But now, Rocks Pirate, an intern younger than Garp, beats him. But from this point of view, Chen Mu's talent is even more terrifying than Garp. What a monster! The crane beside him gasped and said with a heavy expression. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 31 Kadri John's Night Raid. Rocks Pirate already gave Marine a headache. Now joined by a monster intern with limitless potential. This is not a good thing for their Marine. Now the 2 of them understood that Garp wasn't lying to them, and he wasn't joking. Garp was really beaten by the Rocks Pirate intern. After discussing about Chen Mu, Sengoku chatted with Crane and Garp and left. They still have work to do and don't have much time for Garp. In the middle of the night, the moon hangs high and the bright moonlight shines down. The sea looks shiny, as if covered with layers of silver. Although it was late at night, Chen Mu did not fall asleep at this moment, but continued to exercise the strength of Conqueror's Haki in the room. You must know that the current Chen Mu has the most top talent in the world. Wouldn't it be a waste if you don't use it for training to quickly improve your strength? Even after joining Rocks Pirate, except for eating and sleeping, Chen Mu spends most of his time training. This is also the reason why his strength has improved so quickly. Boom! Just as Chen Mu was sitting and training in the room, there was a knock on the door suddenly. Hearing the knock on the door, Chen Mu stopped training, frowned slightly, and looked towards the door. It's so late, who will come to him? Golden Lion. On this ship, the person he talked to the most was the Golden Lion. But his conversation with the Golden Lion was long over. Golden Lion would not come to him for no reason. After all, the 2 of them didn't know each other very well. No matter how he thought about it, Chen Mu didn't know who was knocking on the door at this time. Just as Chen Mu approached the door in front of him and wanted to open it, his observation Haki suddenly sensed the danger, and he quickly backed away. Boom! I saw that the door in front of Chen Mu was directly kicked out. If Chen Mu had kept the thought of opening the door just now, he would have flown out with the door now. The moonlight fell on the deck of Rocks Pirate, and Chen Mu stared at the person at the door solemnly. Although he looked thin and small, his whole body exuded a terrifying aura. He is none other than the officer of the Rocks Pirate, John. John is the New World, the famous strongman. Among the entire Rocks Pirate, his strength is only under a few people. What can I do for you, John? Chen Mu stared at the man in front of him indifferently and asked. He had no feud with John, hadn't even spoken a word, hadn't met several times. He didn't know why the other party came to the door in the middle of the night, and kicked his door out. Such offensive behavior naturally made Chen Mu unhappy. John didn't respond to his words. Holding the wine bottle in his hand, he took a sip of the fine wine and asked with a startling smile on his face. Why haven't you opened the door after I knocked and waited for so long? It's not a question of opening the door, John. Chen Mu's expression turned cold when he heard that. As soon as I got close to the door, you launched an attack. You should be waiting for me to open the door and want to attack. When he was not approaching the door, there was not a trace of danger coming from outside the door. And when he just got close to the door, the killing intent outside the door rushed towards his face. Chen Mu knew that John was waiting for him to open the door, let his guard down for a moment, and then launched an attack. If he hadn't reacted quickly, he would have been overwhelmed by John. After John's thoughts were seen through, he didn't panic in the slightest, and he didn't respond to Chen Mu's words, but took a sip of the wine leisurely. Can you tell me, what can I do for you? Chen Mu asked. He didn't know what John wanted him for, but, through John's idea of playing dirty tricks, He knew that the other party was not kind to the person who came today. "Don't worry, I'm not interested in your life, I'm only interested in money," John said with a grin. "Money? Are you kidding me, John? I'm just an intern, where's the money?" Hearing John's words, Shen Mu felt that the other party's behavior was a bit ridiculous. You must know that he has just joined Rock's Pirate for just over a month, and he is just an intern. Because he is an intern, after the Rock's Pirate plundered Loris, a rich country in New World not long ago, the Bailey he was assigned was pitifully small. Now a cadre asks him for money from an intern, isn't this a joke? Although you don't have money on you, you have something that can be exchanged for money. John grinned, and then threw the bottle in his hand into the sea behind him. Hearing John's words, Shen Mu's expression suddenly became extremely gloomy. Although he experienced the Battle of Loris, he didn't get too many Baileys on the ship. But he was in the country of Loris and found the underground treasure house. And took all the jewels in the treasury. At this time, John came to the door and said that he had something that could be exchanged for money, which made Shen Mu guess. Did the other party know that he had taken all the jewels in Loris underground treasure house? "Take it out, do you want me to grab Shen Mu?" John stretched out a hand and asked Shen Mu. Shen Mu was in Rock's Pirate, although he was dubbed the title of the strongest intern. "And I don't know what I did in Loris country. The initial bounty directly reached 300 million Baileys. But his expressiveness is nothing to John. John's bounty is as high as 1.3 billion Baileys. After he chose to be a pirate, what kind of strong man has he not seen so far? So why wouldn't he dare to snatch an intern with only 300 million Baileys? And what he wants is not the jewelry that Shen Mu thought, but devil fruit." Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 32 Shen Mu vs John. That's right, it was Kurozumi Higurashi who told John the news that Shen Mu got the devil fruit. And the market price of devil fruit is not low. So, in order to make quick money, John wants to grab the devil fruit that Shen Mu got and sell it for money. "This thing, how could I give it to you so easily?" Shen Mu replied indifferently with a gloomy expression. "What he got, there is no reason to give it to others. It seems that you chose to let me rob it." John's face suddenly became extremely cold, and there was a murderous intent in his eyes. On this Rock's pirate ship, crew killing each other has long been a common occurrence. And the Rocks don't care about that hassle. Therefore, even if John killed Shen Mu today, no one would bother. Otherwise, are you going to ask me to give it to you obediently? Don't be kidding, John. Even if the opponent is a cadre of Rock's Pirate, Shen Mu is not afraid. Since obtaining the system, his strength has improved by leaps and bounds, although he may not be able to defeat a cadre like John. But now he has no choice. If John wanted to grab his things, he couldn't possibly give them to him obediently. Hearing Shen Mu's answer, John stopped talking nonsense, and slowly pulled out the western knife at his waist, and the moment he held the blade, John's aura soared, as if the god of killing had possessed him, and his whole body was filled with a chilling murderous aura. Shua. John drew his sword extremely fast, and a cold light flashed, and a hideous sword aura appeared in front of Shen Mu in an instant. When Shen Mu crossed his hands in front of his chest, and wrapped a layer of armament haki to resist John's slash. Although he successfully blocked John's attack with his terrifying physique and the hardness of armament haki. But when his body was resisting the sword energy, he was forcefully forced back a few steps by the power of the sword energy. After defending against John's attack, even Shen Mu couldn't help but marvel at the superb swordsmanship and power of the opponent. John drew his sword very fast. Even if Shen Mu activated observation haki, he almost didn't react to John's sword aura. Not to mention the sword skills, the power is also very strong. John is worthy of being the cadre of the Rock's Pirate. In the entire Rock's Pirate, I believe that John's swordsmanship is also one of the best. It can even be said that, only under Golden Lion, Edward Rocks, the strongest intern, can't you just take my blow? John sneered, staring at Shen Mu and mockingly. In his opinion, Shen Mu's strongest trainee is a joke. Among the disadvantaged group of interns, Shen Mu is indeed the strongest. But, in the eyes of their cadres, this title is nothing more than a child's playhouse. Isn't our battle just beginning? Shen Mu snorted coldly, and wrapped himself around armament haki directly. Because John's swordsmanship is so fast, and Shen Mu knows very little about John. He has almost never heard of or understood his fighting methods. So, wrap armament haki all over your body, so that in battle, even if he was attacked by John's swordsmanship, he would not suffer serious injuries. Wrapping armament haki all over the body, it can be said to be a 360-degree defense without dead ends. But, doing so has a downside. That is to consume haki's strength, as well as physical skills. However, with Shen Mu's physique, physical skills are as deep as the ocean. Even if you use armament haki all over your body for a day, it will not exhaust all haki. This is the horror of a strong physicist. Not only has the brute force that can lift mountains, but also has strong physical strength, and can open the haki state for a long time. Hearing Shen Mu's blunt words, John did not intend to continue persuading Chen Mu to hand over the things to him obediently. It's better to use strength to defeat Chen Mu and grab the things directly. Holding the Western knife in his hand, John wrapped it around Armament Haki and rushed towards Chen Mu with a terrifying aura. And Chen Mu is not a strong man with a sword, so he directly threw his fist at John. Boom! There was a collision between the fist and the blade, and the entire deck shook suddenly. The floor and walls of Chen Mu's room were affected by the force of the collision. The originally perfectly flat and perfect room was suddenly full of cracks because of the battle between the two. Like strands of spider webs. Snapped. The glass in Chen Mu's room was shattered on the spot. The glass fell to the ground and shattered into tiny pieces, shining silvery white under the moonlight. John is a strong man who specializes in swordsmanship, and he has no other interests besides practicing swordsmanship. His swordsmanship, not to mention in Rock's Pirate, is well known even in the whole world. It can even be called the level of a great swordsman. Possesses superb swordsmanship, which makes Marine frightened. It can be said that in the whole world, there are not many people who can defeat John with pure swordsmanship. But such a person is not invincible. John specializes in swordsmanship, but his physical skills are weak. Since John doesn't care about taijutsu practice, so taijutsu is his weakness. Chen Mu's only chance of winning against John is to slowly wear down all the opponent's physical skills. However, this method is still very difficult. Chen Mu does have a terrifying physique and physical skills, but John's sword skills are really terrifying. After several rounds of fighting between the two, it can be seen that Chen Mu has left a lot of scars on his body. And these scars were caused by John's swordsmanship penetrating Chen Mu's copper-skinned iron frame and Armament Haki. Just from this point alone, one can know how exaggerated John's sword skills are. After a long fight, Chen Mu was horrified by John's terrifying physical skills. And John was amazed at Chen Mu's body as hard as a diamond. What an interesting body, your physique is exactly the same as Charlotte Linlin's. Charlotte Linlin, one of the cadres of Rock's Pirate, has a terrifying physique. John had a run-in with Charlotte Linlin, so they fought each other. But after the fight, John knew he was no match. The opponent's copper-skinned and iron-boned physique required a lot of effort just to break through the defense, let alone defeat Charlotte Linlin. I thought that Charlotte Linlin's physique was the only precedent on this ship, and it was his only body that could not be severed. But fight Chen Mu today and let him know, on this ship, there is another person that he can hardly cut off. That is Chen Mu. Really? That's really a compliment, Chen Mu responded indifferently. His copper skin and iron bone physique was obtained through Charlotte Linlin. So John fights him, unconsciously thinking of Charlotte Linlin, and commenting that he has a similar physique to Charlotte Linlin. This is also normal. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 33 cadres awakened by fighting. Although the two of you have the same physique, I can't cut off hers, so today I will cut off yours. After John's words fell, his momentum soared, and veins appeared in his arms. With Charlotte Linlin's physique, John kept chopping. Then Chen Mu, an intern with a physique similar to Charlotte Linlin, he couldn't believe, he couldn't cut it off. Slay the dragon. There was a cold light in John's eyes, he held the Western knife in both hands, stomped his feet, and approached Chen Mu at the limit speed he could achieve. The dragon-slaying move was created by John's recognition of his own swordsmanship. Even if there are real dragons in this world, they can be cut off, let alone people? That's what John had in mind when he created this trick. 8 inner gates, first gate, open the gate, open. 8 inner gates, third gate, injury gate, open. 8 inner gates, fifth gate, do gate, open. Chen Mu knew that John had become serious at this time, and the power of this dragon-slaying move would be very terrifying. If he doesn't use his full strength now, he may be beheaded by John. So now he opened the 5th gate of 8 inner gates in one breath, ready to fight with all his strength. Not only that, the broken teeth of the fire dragon. Chen Mu's expression froze, and with the power of the fire dragon slayer magic, Chen Mu's hands slowly transformed into dragon claws. Then, on the claws, a destructive flame emerged, and the scorching heat made Chen Mu's room feel like being in a furnace. The house immediately burst into flames, if it weren't for the fact that the ship of Rock's Pirate is made of the hardest tree in the world, Adam's treasure tree. Otherwise, Chen Mu's fire dragon slayer magic emerged and could set the whole ship on fire. Even though John's attack was very fast and full of threats. But Chen Mu didn't intend to back down, but went head to head. After all, now that he has opened the 5th gate of the 8 inner gates, coupled with the power of the fire dragon slayer magic, he is not afraid of John's blow. Boom! John's Western knife collided with Chen Mu's dragon claw. There was a loud noise, and the sea level below the ship made a deafening sound as if someone had dropped a giant bomb. The ripples generated by the two attacking and colliding directly shook the entire ship. And Chen Mu's room directly became debris everywhere, and fierce flames were still burning. The whole ship suddenly shook violently, as if it was facing a tsunami. The aura of the two was like two giant beasts biting each other. On one side is a terrifying swordsmanship that has the ability to cut almost everything. On the other side, there is a flesh body with a monster-like physique and a flame that can burn everything. The collision of these two forces naturally caused a monstrous momentum. When the two first started fighting, they were not noticed by the people on board. But now, John directly used his strongest move to kill the dragon. And Chen Mu fought with all his might. Even though the sound insulation effect of each room is very remarkable, the movement caused by the attack of the two is too loud. Now, everyone on the ship was woken up. The sound insulation effect is much weaker than that of the cadres. The official crew members and interns all got up cursing at this time. Damn it, it's that bastard who stayed up all night fighting there. An intern kicked open the door and shouted. If the sound of the battle is low, then forget it. The point is, the sound of fighting is no less than a bomb thrown at their bedside. How does this make them sleep? Which bastard is looking for death, so noisy at night? Where are the people who fought? Where did they go? Damn it. Where is the person? Where is the noisy person? I must kill him today. Count me in, I have to kill them today. Many interns came out of their rooms with hideous faces and shouted angrily. Now they seem to want to swallow the fighting people alive. It's been a while since they've joined Rock's Pirate, but this is the first time they've been woken up by such a loud noise. This makes them totally intolerable. One by one, they rushed out of the room and started looking for the culprit, looking for the belligerents. Damn bastard, what are you arguing about? Silver Axe got up from the bed cursing upon hearing the vibration. On Rock's Pirate, although crew members often fight each other. But because the room is soundproof, and the cadre's room is far away from the dispute area. And no one is stupid enough to dare to fight near the cadre's room. So, cadres sleep on this ship and are almost never woken up. Being woken up by the battle this time, Silver Axe was naturally a little angry. He really wants to know now, it is that bastard who dares to fight near where he sleeps. Not just Silver Axe, Ochaku, Whitebeard, Charlotte Linlin, Golden Lion, Kaido, even the rocks were woken up by this fight. They were also a little surprised at this time, who dared to fight in the place where they slept and woke them up. The other side of the boat. At this time, John and Chen Mu are still at war, and the battle between the two has entered a fierce stage. Go to hell. John changed his attack, holding western knives in both hands, and presented the dragon-slaying posture again from another angle, and then jumped up, wanting to cut Chen Mu off directly. Shua. John slashed at Chen Mu with a knife, and the slash containing endless power hit his body, directly and completely breaking through his defense, leaving a hideous scar on his body. Snapped, and Chen Mu took advantage of the moment when he was injured, and the dragon claws directly attacked John, which contained the dragon-slaying magic of fire that melted everything, and instantly ignited John's whole body. The terrifying force directly knocked John into the air, and then hit the ship's railing heavily. The entire ship was once again violently turbulent. Although John's dragon-slaying split through Chen Mu's defense, it caused a lot of damage to Chen Mu. But Chen Mu's dragon claw directly stabbed at his heart. If it weren't for John's quick reaction, at the moment of receiving the attack, his body would be wrapped in a layer of extremely strong armament hockey. Otherwise, his heart would be pierced by Chen Mu, or even devoured by Chen Mu's flame. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 34 Chen Mu won. But, even if his body is wrapped around armament hockey at a critical moment. But Chen Mu's terrifying strength, coupled with the penetration of the flames, still caused him serious damage. At this moment, John's whole body was burning with flames, especially in the chest area, and the flames were even more violent. Didn't my dragon slaying did not cut you off? John stood up from the gap in the railing of the boat, and looked at Chen Mu standing in front of him in disbelief. His dragon slaying is his strongest move, he thought that this move could directly cut off Chen Mu. Therefore, when attacking with all its strength, the weaknesses of the whole body were directly exposed in front of Chen Mu. He bet that this dragon-slaying move could kill Chen Mu, so that even if Chen Mu had the means, he would not be able to use it. But he made a wrong bet, his dragon-slaying strike did not directly kill Chen Mu. Instead, he exposed his body without much defense to Chen Mu. In the end, he just broke through Chen Mu's defense. And he was hit hard. Originally, John had a good chance of winning in a normal fight, but now that he was severely injured by Chen Mu, the odds of winning were directly evened. As you can see, I'm still alive and well. Chen Mu responded calmly with extremely hot flames burning all over his body. Although the defense was broken by John, he was severely injured. But the injuries he suffered were nothing compared to John. How is this possible? Kurozumi Higurashi, who watched the battle from the shadows at this moment, was stunned. She almost watched the whole process of Chen Mu fighting John. But not only did he not see Chen Mu's defeat, but Chen Mu still has the upper hand now. This scene is too shocking, you know, no matter how strong Chen Mu is, he is just an intern who joined Rock's Pirate for a few months. And John, but the cadre of Rock's Pirate, the bounty is as high as 1.3 billion Baileys. In Kurozumi Higarashi's view, the two are not at the same level at all, and John can easily beat Chen Mu. But the scene in front of her made her unable to calm down for a long time. About Captain John. When the interns and regular crew members found this place when they were cursing and wanting to punish those who were fighting and disturbing the people on the ship. Everyone, without exception, couldn't believe what they saw. The originally noisy crew members became quiet for an instant. They saw that John was burning with terrible flames and looked a little embarrassed. How can someone beat Captain John like this? John is a cadre of their Rocks pirate, and not just any cadre. On this ship, apart from Golden Lion, Charlotte Linlin, and Whitebeard, no one else should make John so embarrassed. Seeing the flames burning on John, they thought about it for a while and thought that it was Charlotte Linlin who had a conflict with John. After all, the entire Rocks pirate, except Charlotte Linlin, has the strength to defeat John and can use the power of fire. In addition, no one else can meet these two conditions. When they held such thoughts and looked at the opposite of John, the scene in front of them made them freeze in place. Because it wasn't Charlotte Linlin who was fighting John, rather, Chen Mu. That's right, standing opposite John is the strongest intern of Rocks pirate, Chen Mu. They saw a hideous scar on Chen Mu's body, and then thought of John's embarrassed expression. They couldn't help guessing that the masterminds of this battle were Chen Mu and John. But it was this unbelievable truth that made them freeze in place. How is this possible? Is it Chen Mu who beat up Captain John like this? Yeah, am I dazzled? Why do I see Captain Charlotte Linlin as Chen Mu? No, that's not the size of Captain Charlotte Linlin, he is Chen Mu, an official crew member gasped, staring at Chen Mu's face. Forrest said calmly. Are you kidding me? You mean the cadres lost to the interns? It was because they couldn't believe it that it was Chen Mu who had the upper hand in the fight with John. That's why I lied to myself, because I misread Charlotte Linlin as Chen Mu. But they are all very clear that they have not read wrongly. But it will take a little time for them to get used to what they see in front of them. After all, the fact that the interns beat the cadres is too far-fetched. Gia ha ha ha. It's too embarrassing, John, you were forced into such a state by an intern. There was a strange laugh in the distance, and the Golden Lion was floating in midair and flying towards this side. The battle between Chen Mu and John had caused such a great momentum, he naturally noticed it. He originally wanted to get up and teach a lesson, and he was the one who stayed up in the middle of the night and disturbed the people fighting. But when he saw this scene, he was shocked first, and then laughed out loud. Shiki, why are you bastard here too? Seeing that the Golden Lion, who was also a cadre, also came to the scene to watch his jokes, John's face suddenly turned cold. You guys are fighting so loudly, who can sleep peacefully? Golden Lion lit a cigar and retorted coldly. He was completely awakened by the momentum of this continuous battle. As a cadre, he was woken up. Instead of waking up to teach the person who woke him up, he continued to sleep peacefully. Golden Lion. Is he such a gentle person? Chen Mu, your kid's strength really surprised me. Golden Lion set his sights on Chen Mu and praised. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 35 rocks in person. Before, he thought that Chen Mu's strength was enough to defeat most of the official crew members on the ship. But now it seems that Chen Mu's strength is enough to defeat all the current official crew of Rocks Pirate. After all, he can fight to this level against a cadre of John's level, let alone an official crew member. It's just a fluke that temporarily gained the upper hand. It's hard to say the outcome. Chen Mu spread his hands and responded calmly. Really, in my opinion, if you continue to fight, you may not be defeated. Golden Lion praised with a grin. At this time, he had already appreciated Chen Mu even more. If possible, he really wanted to win Chen Mu under his banner right now. However, he also knew that Chen Mu basically would not agree. Maybe Chen Mu didn't say arrogantly that he would definitely defeat John. After all, even if he has the strength to defeat John, he is nothing in front of Golden Lion. John and Golden Lion are both cadres, but their strengths are vastly different. The future John just became a great pirate, and the Golden Lion will be called the legendary pirate in the future. Hey, Shiki, why are you here, bastard? Just then, Whitebeard's voice came from behind. I saw Whitebeard walking towards this side with a bunch of clouds on his back. In this battle, Whitebeard was naturally awakened. Oh, Edward, you bastard was woken up too. Golden Lion turned his head and grinned. It's such a headache. It's so noisy at night, but seeing that you bastard was also woken up, I feel much better. Whitebeard said as he leaned towards this position. Is that John fighting on the boat? Whitebeard was the first to notice John, who was burning in flames near the rail. John, in their Rocks Pirate, is notorious for being a heinous jerk. Although Whitebeard is also a pirate, but for John's crime, he is still disgusted. So Whitebeard didn't like it. However, if the person fighting is John, then his opponent is Charlotte Linlin. Whitebeard thought so. Rock's pirate, there are indeed very few conflicts between cadres. But this does not mean that the cadres are very harmonious. There were also times when there was a long-standing grudge between the two sides, so fighting broke out on the ship. This is also normal. But he remembered that the grievances between John and Charlotte Linlin had been known for a long time. Why is there a sudden conflict now? Just as Whitebeard was thinking and walking into the battlefield, his eyes were on John's opposite. The scene in front of him made him slightly stunned. Chen Mu. After getting close to the battlefield, Whitebeard also noticed that John's opponent was Chen Mu, who joined Rock's pirate a month ago and was dubbed the strongest trainee. In other words, it was precisely because of betting on Chen Mu that he earned a lot of Baileys. So the impression of Chen Mu is still very high. The first time I saw Chen Mu, I recognized him. However, it was precisely because he recognized Chen Mu that Whitebeard was so surprised at this moment. Chen Mu only joined Rock's pirate a month ago. Even if he is dubbed the strongest, he is still an intern after all. A trainee, Chen Mu, battles the Rock's pirate's veteran cadre. Not only was he not beheaded, but he also made the situation so anxious. Even a well-informed person like Whitebeard would not believe it if he hadn't seen it with his own eyes. This kid is very interesting, Edward, but it would be great if I could let him join my banner, Golden Lion said from the side. Chen Mu's strength is completely beyond his expectations. If the other side can agree to join his banner, Golden Lion can be rich enough to invite the whole ship to drink and celebrate. It's really an interesting monster intern. Whitebeard came back to his senses, took a deep breath and said. He always felt that Chen Mu's aura was very different from a month ago. Whitebeard guessed. It must be because Chen Mu's strength has improved again during this period. However, in more than a month, his strength has risen to such a terrifying level, which is also unheard of. Oh, isn't it John? How come I haven't seen him for a day? So weak? Not far away at this moment, Silver Axe was walking towards this side with a huge axe on his shoulder and a mocking smile on his face. He originally wanted to take the huge axe and chop the noisy people directly. But now it seems that the matter of hacking people can be put aside first. Ridicule should come first. You really opened my eyes, John. You are really ashamed of Captain Rox for promoting you to a cadre with such strength. Ochaku also approached this side, mockingly. If such a man were to be my husband, he would surely be able to give birth to a child with a terrifying bloodline. Charlotte Linlin didn't care about the battle at this time, but stared at Chen Mu directly. Because of the reasons Charlotte Linlin experienced as a child, she hardly trusts other people. In her opinion, the most trustworthy thing is the child she gave birth to. So, since joining the Rox pirate, she began to look for people with powerful talents or races on the ship, and gave birth to children with them. Now, Charlotte Linlin has become interested in Chen Mu. Damn it. Why are all these bastards here? John watched helplessly as a large number of cadres approached. At this time, he felt extremely humiliated. As a cadre, he was forced to such a situation by an intern. If Chen Mu is not killed, where will his face be saved in the future? Thinking of this, John held a Western knife, revealing his murderous intent, wanting to continue fighting Chen Mu to save his self-esteem. That's enough, John. Let's call it a day. Just when John was ready to fight and was about to rush to Chen Mu, a voice full of majesty spread throughout the ship. The speaker, it is Rox. Captain Rox. John's face was full of surprise when he heard Rox's voice. He didn't expect this battle. Even Rox was alarmed, let alone Rox would come forward to stop this battle. But John wanted to say something more. Rox interrupted. We suffered heavy casualties in the Loris National Battle. Today's meeting has already been discussed, and we will counterattack later. It is now a period of recharging our troops. I don't want any troubles to happen to this ship. Although the Loris National War, they plundered untold wealth. But the same battle with the powerful Marine and world government, they also suffered heavy casualties. A Rox that both men and women must repay. This time they must fight back. If Chen Mu and John were to continue fighting, one of them would definitely die. This is tantamount to saying that their Rox pirate will lose a cadre-level powerhouse. So, it's not a situation the Rox want to see. That's why he showed up himself to stop the fight. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 36 Cut Kurozumi Higurashi. I see. John is very reluctant to back down, but Rox's words have come out, even if he is very pompous and arrogant. But he didn't even dare to disobey Rox's orders. Because Rox is a nightmare that weighs on his heart, a formidable opponent that he will never be able to defeat. For such a person, he knew that he was powerless to resist the other party's words, so he could only obediently obey his orders and stop. After the battle, the tense atmosphere eased, and it was only then that people noticed. The ship is being burned by Chen Mu's fire dragon slaying magic. Captain Rox, our ship is going to burn. An official crew member, watching the raging fire on board, unconsciously wiped the hot sweat from his forehead. Because of the fight between the intern Chen Mu and the cadre John, it was too surprising. So they didn't pay much attention to the flames, but they only noticed after the battle was over. It turned out that the surrounding temperature was so high that within a short while, everyone was sweating profusely. The temperature of this flame is too high. I feel like I'm going to be melted. If the flames are not extinguished, our entire ship will be burned. Is this the flame released by Chen Mu? This is also too scary. What devil fruit did he eat, and why is it so powerful? Although these official crew members and interns came to this battlefield, the battle was over. But when they noticed the flames burning on the ship, they will be able to experience the danger of this battle firsthand. If this kind of flame burns on them, even if they are wrapped around armament hockey, they will suffer great pain. At this time, among the crowd of interns, Kaido stared at the flames on the ship with a ferocious face, touching the flame scars left on his body with his hands. Previously at Loris country, he challenged Chen Mu and was severely injured. He was even burned by the flames, if his skin was not hard enough. Otherwise, the power of the flames alone could kill him. Now seeing the flames released by Chen Mu again, he felt the scars on his body aching. But Kaido is also a master who refuses to admit defeat. This time he was defeated by Chen Mu. He will choose to fight back sooner or later. Only not now. Chen Mu. Rox glanced at Chen Mu and said. Although Rox didn't say much, Chen Mu knew what Rox meant. Manipulated and retracted the Dragon Slayer magic that was burning on the ship. But although the flames have been withdrawn, but the damage done to the ship is irreparable. Looking around, many parts of the ship were burnt black, and some places were burnt and more debris. I remember. Our ship is made of Adam's treasure tree. Is the ship made of legendary trees actually burned down like this by Chen Mu's fire? Several official crew members, looking at the scene of the ship being burned by flames, couldn't help but swallowed and said. I have to sigh here, the horror of Chen Mu's ability. Who told you this news, told you to come to my John? After retracting the flame, Chen Mu questioned John with cold eyes. When he was in Loris country, John fought the main marines on the coast. So it shouldn't be known that he has entered the underground treasure house of the kingdom of Loris. After thinking about it just now, he was sure that someone else on the ship must have seen him enter the kingdom's underground treasure house. So I told John the news, and John asked him for it. Kurozumi Higurashi. John responded indifferently without hiding. It was Kurozumi Higurashi who told him that Chen Mu had devil fruit. Still, he wasn't going to keep it a secret, because in his opinion, it was Kurozumi Higurashi who broke the news to him. He came to challenge Chen Mu, that's why he lost such a big face now. So, he had the idea of pulling Kurozumi Higurashi into the water. As expected, it's her. Chen Mu's complexion darkened, and she said in a low voice. Chen Mu turned on observation hockey, covering the entire ship, and soon noticed Kurozumi Higurashi lurking in the crowd. Do you want to continue hiding, Kurozumi Higurashi? Chen Mu said coldly. Ding ding ding. With the sound of footsteps, Kurozumi Higurashi walked out of the crowd with a gloomy expression. Damn John, I told you the good news, and you betrayed me. Kurozumi Higurashi cursed in a low voice. He told John that Chen Mu had devil fruit, but unexpectedly, John dragged her into the water directly. But, with the rocks around today, Kurozumi Higurashi still isn't worried about his life being in danger. Hearing Chen Mu's voice, she also walked out generously. Do you think I'm stupid? Higurashi, with your personality, telling me about Chen Mu may have a deeper purpose, John sneered. He couldn't believe that Kurozumi Higurashi would be so kind and tell him the news that Chen Mu owns devil fruit. He is well aware that Kurozumi Higurashi has other purposes. Is that why you betrayed me? Don't say such stupid things, Higurashi. There is no friendship between us. How can we betray? Kurozumi Higurashi snorted coldly, and then set his eyes on Chen Mu, but seeing Chen Mu's murderous eyes, he couldn't help but sneered. Hey, Chen Mu, are you trying to kill me? Although she was afraid of Chen Mu's strength, that's why she played dirty tricks behind her back. But no matter what, she is also the think tank of Rox Pirate, the celebrity around Rox. Today Rox is here. Does Chen Mu dare to kill her? Do you think you can live today? Chen Mu sneered. Kurozumi Higurashi repeatedly wanted to find someone to get rid of her. How could Chen Mu let her go today? Chen Mu would not be so stupid as to let a cunning person in the underworld keep looking for opportunities to backstab him. Do you think that in your capacity, you are qualified to kill me, Chen Mu? Kurozumi Higurashi said coldly, looking directly at Chen Mu. Although her identity behind the scenes was known by Chen Mu. But she wasn't panicking at all. She is the brains of the Rox Pirate. And Chen Mu is just an intern. She believed that if Chen Mu wanted to kill him, Rox would definitely not sit idly by. Well, Higurashi, you may have forgotten that the Rox Pirate is a predator of the weak. Do you think Chen Mu is not qualified to kill you with his current strength? Golden Lion interrupted suddenly. If Chen Mu is just an ordinary intern, he is naturally not qualified to kill a think tank like Kurozumi Higurashi. Because the Rox think tank is not the main force, and it is also in the minority. The rules on the ship also need to protect the brain a little bit. If the protection is not carried out, all the think tanks will be killed. How can they discuss the meeting after Rox Pirate? But now Chen Mu's expressive power is completely at the cadre level. Fighting amongst the crew is quite normal on the jungle-eating rocks pirate. Even though Kurozumi Higurashi has the status of a brain truster, a strong man at the cadre level wants to kill her. Even Captain Rocks doesn't do much blocking. Don't overestimate your value on the ship, Higurashi. Do you think you are the only think tank on our ship? Ochaku sarcastically said, as if watching the excitement is not a big deal. Hearing the words of Golden Lion and Ochaku, Kurozumi Higurashi panicked a little, but pretended to be calm and set his sights on Rocks. Lo, Captain Rocks? Rocks is not far away, and he wants to ask Rocks for his opinion. To determine today's life and death, fire punch. As Kurozumi Higurashi's voice fell, the temperature on board instantly rose. A terrifying flame swallowed Kurozumi Higurashi directly. The scorching high temperature made Kurozumi Higurashi burnt to slag before he had time to wrap around the arm color, and he didn't even make a scream. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Promotion of 37 rocks, kill. Chen Mu killed Kurozumi Higurashi. You know, just now Kurozumi Higurashi was asking Captain Rocks for his opinion. Before Rocks nodded, Chen Mu actually killed Kurozumi Higurashi. Chen Mu doing this is equivalent to ignoring Captain Rocks. If Rocks nodded in agreement just now, then Chen Mu can naturally kill Kurozumi Higurashi with confidence. But Rocks didn't say anything just now. Chen Mu killed Kurozumi Higurashi so decisively. Although Chen Mu is very powerful, ignoring Rock's actions made many crew members think that Chen Mu would be in trouble. It's really decisive to kill Chen Mu, but Captain Rocks didn't agree with you to kill Kurozumi Higurashi just now. Seeing this scene, John was slightly taken aback, then sneered. He believes that Rocks will punish Chen Mu for this. Boom. As John's words fell, the rocks fell directly on the deck from above the sails. Then he approached Chen Mu step by step. Seeing this scene, the pirates on the entire ship stopped talking and set their eyes on the two of them. When Kurozumi Higurashi was asking Rocks to order life and death, Chen Mu directly killed Kurozumi Higurashi. Such a move, in their view, is equivalent to Chen Mu not taking Rocks seriously. Next, will the Rocks punish Chen Mu, or are you interested in becoming an official crew member, Chen Mu? Rocks quickly came to Chen Mu and asked with a grin. Although Kurozumi Higurashi came up with a lot of good ideas for his Rocks pirate. Made a lot of credit, but to die is to die. In his ship, strength is respected. The strength and potential of Chen Mu are completely above Kurozumi Higurashi. So for Chen Mu's actions, Rocks is not angry at all. As for the promotion of Chen Mu as an official crew member, it is naturally because of Chen Mu's current strength that he is completely worthy of being an official crew member. It is not an exaggeration to even be promoted to a cadre. But, after all, Chen Mu has only joined Rocks pirate for just over a month. It would be too soon to be promoted to a cadre, but we can wait until Chen Mu's next action, when he has a brilliant performance. And then promoted to cadres. Captain Rocks not only did not punish Chen Mu, but instead promoted him to a full-time crew member. The pirates watching around thought that Rocks would get mad because Chen Mu ignored his orders. But now, not only did Chen Mu not be punished, but he was promoted to an official crew member? Such a situation really surprised many crew members. Have you forgotten? Rocks pirate is based on strength. Chen Mu has such strength, so what if he kills Kurozumi Higurashi? But Chen Mu has only joined Rocks pirate for more than a month, so he was directly promoted to a full-time crew member. This is too fast. During the intern recruitment ceremony, I mentioned Chen Mu's strength. It won't be long before he will be promoted to a full-time crew member by the captain, but I didn't expect it to be so soon. Quick, are you kidding me, or did you say you were blind just now? Chen Mu can even fight against a strong man like Captain John, even if he is promoted to a cadre. It is not an exaggeration. You think it is too fast to be promoted to a full-time crew member? You know, they have never seen an intern who can increase his bounty to 300 million berries within a month. I have never seen an intern who can fight against a strong swordsman like the veteran cadre John without losing the wind. Even with Chen Mu's ability, even the world's strongest tree, the Atom Treasure Tree, can cause extensive damage. How could such a person not be worthy of the title of official crew member? Sorry, Captain Rocks, I feel that the position of intern is quite suitable for me, so I'm sorry to decline. No one expected that Chen Mu would choose to refuse the official crew position promoted by Captain Rocks. Refused. Rejected. Chen Mu rejected the promotion of Captain Rocks. An intern froze when he heard Chen Mu's words. It's been a year since he joined the Rocks pirate, but Dot has never had the chance to be promoted to full crew. As for Chen Mu joining Rocks pirate, he can be promoted to a full-time crew member in just over a month. The most important thing is that Chen Mu refused. Captain Rocks personally promoted Chen Mu as an official crew member, but was he rejected? Did I hear it wrong? Did Chen Mu just say no? No, you heard me right. Just now Chen Mu did reject the promotion of Captain Rocks. Damn, is our dream position so insignificant in Chen Mu's eyes? Many interns were hit hard. After being promoted to a full-time crew member, the money share from the plundering will be several times that of the interns. Are you sure you want to refuse the promotion? Rox looked at Chen Mu with some surprise, and he didn't expect Chen Mu to say such a thing and reject his promotion. Yes, I refuse to be promoted to full crew, Chen Mu responded without the slightest hesitation. After being promoted to a full-time crew member, the Bailey share he got must be much higher than that of an intern. But at the same time, being promoted to an official crew member also means that you have to obey the command of the cadre and Rox. Every time there is a battle, the official crew must go to fight with the cadres. This is not the situation Chen Mu wants to see. He didn't want to follow anyone's party. Instead, I want to be an intern. During the battle, one person quietly slipped into the depths of the invading country and took away all the treasures alone. It seems. You have a reason to become an intern. Since you choose to refuse, forget it. Rox nodded and did not force Chen Mu to be promoted to a full-time crew member. After the words fell, Rox turned and left here. After Rox left, John also left, although his battle with Chen Mu is not really over yet. But as a cadre, he was beaten into such a state, in the eyes of others, he was already considered defeated. But he won't forget tonight's hatred. I said, Chen Mu, are you not interested in money? Why do you refuse to be promoted to a full-time crew member? Golden Lion came to Chen Mu with a little doubt and asked. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 38 gain a new ability, Blood Succession Boundary Wood style. Golden Lion knew very well that almost none of the people who came on this ship was not interested in money. Even Whitebeard, who is very bearish on fame and fortune, has some pursuit of money. After all, he sometimes sends money to his hometown. On this ship, if the position is improved, the corresponding money will also increase a lot. Because of this, no one would say no to more money. I'm still somewhat interested in money, but, as Captain Rox said, I have my own reasons for staying in the position of intern. Chen Mu spread his hands and responded calmly. In fact, if I have to say it, Chen Mu is really not very interested in the money that the official crew gets. After all, nowadays, a large amount of gold, silver and jewelry are stored in the home of the traveling frog. Compared with the money that the official crew members get, it is completely worthless. So Law. What a character. Whitebeard on the side smiled heartily, and then invited Chen Mu. If you don't mind, would you like to have a few glasses of Chen Mu? The more Whitebeard watched, the more he felt that Chen Mu was to his liking, and it was for this reason that he invited Chen Mu. Of course, no problem. Chen Mu nodded. Anyway, his room had been burned down during the battle, so he was destined not to be able to sleep peacefully today. So, it's also a good thing to talk to people and drink wine. Most importantly, it wasn't him who paid for it. Edward, it's rare for you to invite other people to drink. We've known each other for so long, and I've never seen you take the initiative to invite me to drink. Golden Lion on the side crossed his arms and said with a grin. I'm not interested in you, Shiki. Whitebeard glanced at Golden Lion and said indifferently. Ha ha ha. How can I miss out on drinking? Don't worry, Edward, I will pay for today's drink myself. Golden Lion is also interested in chatting with Chen Mu. Willing to spend their own money on alcohol for this. In this way, the three of them also left the place, planning to find a suitable place to chat while drinking. And other cadres, regular crew members, and interns also left one after another. Chen Mu, Golden Lion, and Whitebeard had a good conversation in a quiet place on the ship. The three of them dispersed until dawn, and it was the conversation that night that brought the relationship between the three of them closer. And it was this night's battle that made many strong men on the ship pay attention to Chen Mu. After all, Chen Mu is an out-and-out monster in the eyes of others if he can get along with John to that extent. After Chen Mu separated from Whitebeard and Golden Lion, in the Rox Pirate, found a vacant room and went in to sleep. Since the ship was damaged to a considerable extent, the ship was taken for repairs. This repair took more than a month. First of all, the raw material of Baoshu Atom is too rare. Even if you have money, you can buy it. But even if this thing is on the black market, it has a price but no market. So it took them a lot of time to find Atom Treasure Tree. In addition, looking for a professional shipbuilder in New World for repairs, it took Rox Pirate a lot of time to go back and forth. But, during this period of more than a month, they also formulated a plan for an attack. In the Battle of Loris Country, they suffered heavy losses, and now they must fight back. However, Chen Mu was only an intern, so naturally he did not participate in the meetings among the cadres. During this month, he entrusted the trainees and regular crew members who worshipped him on the ship. Let them find out, in the New World, where there is a grand auction. There is a lot of money in the frog's room, waiting for him to buy devil fruit. And these worshippers, those who follow him, as long as Chen Mu gives them a little favor, their mouths will be tight. This matter will not be leaked out, but so far, there is no news of any grand auction. And now their Rox Pirate is going in the direction of a marine base. At this time, Chen Mu had just finished his practice and took a hot bath, and then came to the deck. Ding, the traveling frog sent back a few photos, and the host will pay attention to check them. The sound of the system entered Chen Mu's mind. But at this time, Chen Mu stretched his waist, and did not rush to open the mailbox to check the photos. As he said before, from the photos sent back by the traveling frog, the probability of obtaining the opponent's ability is very small. But the frogs sent back pictures anyway. Chen Mu rested for a while leaning against the rail of the boat, and then opened the system's mailbox. Then, 2 photos popped up. One is the real person in the spell return battle. The other is Senju Hashirama in the world of Hokage ninjas. Chen Mu took out the photos in the mailbox, and 2 photos appeared in his hands. He first tore open the photo of the real person in the world of magic spells. After tearing off the photo disappeared in his hands, and then turned into an energy cluster and disappeared before his eyes. Sure enough, I still can't report too much hope. Chen Mu looked at the dissipated ability group before his eyes, and said with a sigh. After the photo is torn off, if the energy cluster enters Chen Mu's body, then he will gain an ability of the person in the photo. But if the energy cluster didn't enter Chen Mu's body, it dissipated directly into the world. Then it is equivalent to scrapping the photo and getting nothing. Chen Mu looked at the photo of Senju Hashirama in his hand, although he didn't report much hope. But now the photo has been taken out of the mailbox, so, better to tear it up. As Chen Mu tore apart the photo of Senju Hashirama, just like before, it turned into a ball of energy. Just when Chen Mu thought that this energy cluster would dissipate directly into the heaven and earth. Unexpectedly, the energy group directly entered Chen Mu's body. Success? Chen Mu's pupils contracted violently, and he watched the energy clusters in the air enter his body in disbelief. Into the body, that means, he will gain one of Senju Hashirama's abilities. No matter what kind of ability, the improvement of Chen Mu's strength is significant. Ding, congratulations to host, you have obtained the ability from Senju Hashirama in Hokage Ninja World, Blood Successor Limitation Wood Style. Wood Style is a secret art created by Senju Hashirama in the world of Hokage, and it belongs to the boundary of blood succession. In the original book, Wood Style is composed of 2 kinds of chakra, earth and water. It is a ninjutsu launched by the caster using his own chakra as the source of life. Philu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 39 attack on G1 base in the original book. Chakra is consumed by using this ability, so it should be physical strength in this world. However, it is still not clear what Chen Mu consumes when using Wood Style. Wood Style. This is a very good ability. Chen Mu raised his mouth slightly and thought to himself. Wood Style is Senju Hashirama's signature ability, and he got it from Senju Hashirama. There is no doubt that his strength will have a very significant improvement. After obtaining this ability, Chen Mu opened his attribute panel. System. Traveling Frog, Level 10. Traveling Frog unlocks ability, Mailbox. Host. Chen Mu. Abilities. Armament Hockey Mid, Observation Hockey Mid, Conqueror's Hockey Mid. Physique. Copper-skinned and iron bone physique is elementary. Special ability. 8 Inner Gates, 5th Gate, Elementary Fire Dragon Slayer Magic, Wood Style Jr. 8 Inner Gates has been stuck at 5th Gate for some time, but Chen Mu is not in a hurry. Because the 5th Gate is enough for Chen Mu to improve his strength. It is also normal that the 3rd gate at the back is difficult to open. And Conqueror's Hockey, also stuck in the middle stage. But Chen Mu could feel that he was almost reaching the 3rd threshold of Armament Hockey and Observation Hockey. As for Conqueror's Hockey, in this pirate world, only 1 out of a million people will awaken this ability. Awakening is difficult, and similarly, cultivation is also very difficult. It will take some time for Chen Mu to reach the 3rd stage. Chen Mu can also feel the dragon-slaying magic of fire, and he is almost at the threshold of the midterm. As for Wood Style, he has just obtained it now, so it is naturally still in its infancy. Chen Mu, so you are here, Whitebeard's voice came. When Chen Mu turned his head to look, Whitebeard threw a bottle of fine wine at him. What's the matter, Edward? Chen Mu asked after taking the thrown wine. Since he talked to Whitebeard, Golden Lion one night more than a month ago. There are some connections between them. And during this more than a month of getting along, Whitebeard also confirmed that Chen Mu got along well with him. So, the two are almost friends now. We'll be at Marine Base later. Captain Rox asked me to tell you about the plan. Whitebeard responded with a sip of his drink. Although Chen Mu is only an intern now, everyone on the ship knows his strength. Therefore, it is normal for Rox to entrust Whitebeard to inform Chen Mu of the plan of this operation. Forget it, Edward, I'm just an intern, so don't tell me about your plans. Chen Mu waved his hand and said. Your position is an intern, but your strength is not, Whitebeard laughed. He has become familiar with Chen Mu's personality a lot through getting along with him these days. But he still couldn't figure out what Chen Mu was thinking. In Whitebeard's eyes, Chen Mu is not interested in money, not in killing. Nor are they interested in positions of real power. To say that the only person who is interested is only one person training in the room. If you want to be free on this ship, you don't need such a high position, Edward, Chen Mu said lightly. He's on the Rocks pirate now, on minimum wage. So, even if you don't obey orders, do the minimum. The Rocks won't pursue it either. After all, Rocks is the payroll manager and he takes such a small salary. What reason does the Rocks have for him to do more? That's true, but you still need some money. But for me at the moment, the money allocated by the interns is enough. Chen Mu spread his hands and smiled. Now Chen Mu has a rich kingdom, all the jewels in the underground treasury. Therefore, there is naturally no great interest in the money allocated to the high positions of Rocks pirate. But it's not because I'm not interested, the most important thing is because of the high position. There are a lot of hassles to deal with, but having said that, Chen Mu, I haven't thought about it. Where will I go after leaving the Rocks pirate in the future, Chen Mu? Whitebeard suddenly asked. I haven't really thought about it. Chen Mu replied seriously with his chin resting on his hand. He just wants to stay in Rocks pirate now, and then go all over the world to find devil fruit. Use this to upgrade his frog. As for what to do after leaving Rocks pirate, he really didn't think about it carefully. In this case, if the Rocks pirate is disbanded, would you like to join my pirate group, Chen Mu? Whitebeard invited. Hearing Whitebeard's invitation, Chen Mu fell into deep thought. You know, after the establishment of the Whitebeard pirates, all the members on the ship will call Whitebeard. If he joined Whitebeard's pirate group, wouldn't he also be called? Thinking of this, Chen Mu took another look at Whitebeard. The heart is filled with rejection. Forget it, Edward, everyone has their own aspirations. I believe that after the disbandment of Rocks pirate, I will have something I want to do, Chen Mu replied. Ha ha ha. Really? Whitebeard laughed, but didn't press further. During the conversation between the two, the ship of Rocks pirate soon arrived at a marine base in New World. This marine base is exactly the G1 branch of New World. It is the strongest branch rooted in the marine of the New World. Even, there are strong men like marine admirals stationed there. Rocks pirate's ship slowly approaches marine base. And at this moment, two small boats were thrown from the main ship towards the sea. Many cadres ride in it. The Rocks pirate project officially started. Fire. Rocks appeared on the other side of Chen Mu at this time, ordered. As his words fell, countless gunholes on the ship were ready. Bang bang bang. Countless shells with extremely powerful lethality were fired from the ship and headed straight for the marine base. Boom boom boom. The huge marine base, under the bombardment of the giant-like shells, soon set off bursts of black smoke and dust. Luo. Rocks pirate is here, hurry. Sound the alarm. Get ready to fight. G1 Marine Base, the marine in charge of scouting on the island, shouted in horror. Quick. Go and inform Biwu Admiral. Damn, I didn't expect that even if I was assigned to the G1 branch, it would be so unsafe. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. 40 Rocks Pirates plan. Damn it, Rocks Pirate, how dare you attack this base? A Marine Vice Admiral stared at the approaching Rocks Pirate with a ferocious expression. You know, G1 Marine Base is the strongest branch assigned to New World by their naval headquarters. Here, not only are Marine Admirals guarding, but there are also many Marine Vice Admirals and a large number of Marine Elite Combat Forces. Their base has been rooted in New World for more than 10 years. Don't say that someone is coming to attack. In the area within 100 nautical miles, no pirate dared to approach. After all, no one would be stupid enough to raid a base guarded by Marine Admiral. But today, someone broke the 10-year peace near their base. Rocks Pirate have the audacity to attack this base. Since that's the case, take down the Rocks Pirate today, so as not to cause trouble to our Marines in the future. Rocks Pirate is not so easy to win. Today we will inevitably go through a bloody battle. The future of Marine depends on us. Let's risk our lives to take down Rocks Pirate today, and restore the sea to peace, an elite Vice Admiral said solemnly. Although there are many big pirate groups in New World, Rocks Pirate is just one of them. But after so long in development, Rocks Pirate is now evaluated by their Marine. The comprehensive strength of Rocks Pirate has already far surpassed other pirate groups. So, currently New World, for their Marine, the biggest cancer is Rocks Pirate. Taking the Rocks Pirate, no matter the cost, will bring peace to the seas. And at this time, Rocks on board. Chen Mu, who was lying on the railing of the boat, turned his head and saw standing behind him Charlotte Linlin, Golden Lion, John, Silver Axe, Ochaku and other cadres. And behind the cadres, there are countless crew members of Rocks Pirate, among which Kaido occupies the C position. The content of the Rocks Pirate plan this time can be summed up. The main force of Rocks Pirate is to attack from the front, and other cadres cut in from other weak places. Interns are going to be cannon fodder. The official crew followed orders after the Rocks Pirates ship landed on the island. Spread out and disrupt communications on this island. Prevent the island from sending a distress signal to the outside world. But at this moment, John stared at Chen Mu with a gloomy expression. The scars left on their bodies when the two fought a month ago are still aching. If it weren't for that, the Rocks Pirate stopped the fight that night. Otherwise, even if he risked his life, he would kill Chen Mu to save his face. Hey, John, don't play tricks on Chen Mu, or I won't let you go. Whitebeard glanced at John indifferently and reminded. Before, he was not interested in the grievances between Chen Mu and John. But after more than a month of getting along, Whitebeard is sure that Chen Mu is a person who suits his taste. So, the grievance between the two of them, of course, he will not sit idly by. If John dared to play tricks on Chen Mu, then don't blame him for being merciless. John snorted coldly and didn't respond to Whitebeard's words. Although he really wanted to take revenge, he also knew that with Whitebeard around, it would be difficult for him to take revenge on Chen Mu. But the grievances between them will not disappear because of Whitebeard's obstruction. As long as there is a chance, he will still trouble Chen Mu. Chen Mu also wants to follow us and play the main attack together. Silver Axe stared at Chen Mu and asked. Among the cadres, except for John who has joints with Chen Mu. The other cadres are all somewhat interested in Chen Mu. Don't hate it, and of course, don't like it either. Don't get me wrong, I don't have the intention of making a major attack. I left after landing on the island, Chen Mu responded calmly. He's at Rock's Pirate now, just on an intern's salary. How could it be possible to charge forward like this group of main forces? You have the strength of a cadre, but you choose to hide your strength all the time. What do you think, Chen Mu? Charlotte Linlin asked with a strange smile on her face. I can have any ideas, I just want to be an intern safely, Chen Mu responded lightly. I don't think being an intern is why you joined Rock's Pirate, Chen Mu. Charlotte Linlin stared fixedly at Chen Mu with her eyes, as if trying to see through Chen Mu, wondering why he came to the Rock's Pirate. Plus, can you be an intern safely? If you tell other people, you may believe it, but it's too naive to want us to believe this kind of nonsense. Chen Mu, your strength can't let you just be an intern, Ochaku interjected. Since Chen Mu will choose to join Rock's Pirate, although he is not interested in the position on the surface. But Ochaku is sure that Chen Mu's real thoughts are definitely not as simple as becoming an intern. After all, Chen Mu's strength lies there, and he is a character that cannot be underestimated. You can think whatever you want, Chen Mu responded lightly. He naturally had reasons for joining the Rock's Pirate. But for this reason, he doesn't need to tell others. Along with the ship of Rock's Pirate, it gradually approached the shore of G1 Marine Base. Everyone also noticed at this time that countless marine powerhouses stood on the shore of the G1 Marine Base. Mighty, like an insurmountable wall, they waited for the approach of the Rock's Pirate while destroying the shells from the Rock's Pirate. This number of marines is really a headache to think about. Golden Lion floated in midair with his arms crossed on his chest, looking at the huge number of marine main forces on the island who were ready to fight. Even he found it very troublesome. Aren't you timid before fighting, Shiki? This is not your style. Silver Axe carried a giant axe with a strange air. If you talk too much, I don't mind getting rid of you, Silver Axe first. Get rid of me, how dare you say it, Shiki? Do you have the ability? Silver Axe said with a sneer, holding the giant axe on his shoulder in his hand. You'll know if you try it. With a cold light in Golden Lion's eyes, he drew out the two supreme sharp knives from his waist. Both were on board the Rocks, and both had bad tempers. And the two used to have grudges. Now after such a conversation between the two, Golden Lion and Silver Axe immediately became angry. Filu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time. August 10th to August 20th.